very high-end customer. He has got his daughter's wedding coming up, and he wants something really special. Basically a 4-berry shine, for like a gift at the wedding. There's gonna be a lot of people, so we could potentially have a lot of customers, even more money to make after the fact.
On this deal, I'm gonna do the negotiation.
You gonna haggle with him?
I'm gonna show you how it's done, Richard Landry.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Look at this.
It's a pretty place, ain't it, guys?
How you doing, man?
Doing
Good to see
pretty
you.
good. This is Mike and Richard.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. Well, we hear you got a daughter getting married.
I sure is. I'm looking for about 20 gallons. And if we could get berry, it would be awesome.
We could do that, couldn't we?
We maybe get some of that. If it's not fruited, she's not gonna like it for sure.
Well, I tell you what, it's gonna cost you $160 a gallon.
Ooh-wee. But that's way too high.
Special occasion and everything. This guy has spent a lot of money to rent this place out for his daughter's wedding. He's already got deep pockets.
I'm sure we can make the price right. What do you guys think?
I tell you what, let's me and you walk over here and negotiate a deal. We'll leave these guys here. We'll make a deal. If I continue to let Jerry talk and negotiate, we gonna end up selling this alcohol for $75 a gallon. I'm not standing for it. Anyway, man, I need $160 a gallon. We work hard at what we do, and we stand behind our alcohol. That's a specialty thing, man. I've gotta have $160 a gallon.
Well, if you look around here, I've got to pay for all this. $100's all I can do.
100 what?
$100 a gallon.
$100, you are a long way from $160 a gallon.
100's the best I can do.
There's no way I can possibly do 100 gallon.
That's all I can do.
$100.
$100.
But we can't make a deal, buddy. You have a nice day, and I'm sorry we couldn't come together and make a deal. Hope your daughter's wedding turns out great.
You have a good day.
Yes, sir. Come on, guys, get out of here.
That was some good negotiation skills, Mike. We in the truck without the sale.
Did I not push the episode, the whole thing of like, we're gonna have some high-end people here?
You did. You did.
So we got a good potential making money down the road.
Trust me. Stand strong in what you believe in and don't back down.
I believe we're gonna be broke because we just missed this sale. We in negotiation class, Jerry. We're learning how to negotiate.
What'd I tell you, guys? There he comes. He's coming out here for a damn reason, too. Well, did you change your mind on me?
I tell you what, it's been such a special occasion. I can do 130 with a couple stipulations on that.
130 ain't gonna cut it, man. And listen, I ain't trying to sell my alcohol at a too high of a price. I know what our alcohol's worth, and we're in the business. It's a lot of hard work. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll come down to $140 a gallon. That is final, or I drive away.
I tell you what, I'll do that 140. Only has to be bottled up separate.
What do you mean,
Quarts.
in quart jars?
Quart jars. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You know what? I love a good challenge. You're on.
All right, we'll see.
See you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I'll be damned.
Who negotiated what now? Huh?
We ain't gonna never hear the end of this one.
Oh, look at his head's already swelling. His hat ain't gonna fit in the next 10 minutes.
What Jeff, nor Richard, or Jerry knows, I had $140 in my mind the whole time.
We gotta get to work on this, son.
I happened to lock in a big order for a guy's daughter's wedding, a 4-berry shine. Me and this guy negotiated $140 per gallon. That's $2,800 total for the 20 gallons that he's buying. That's a good profit.
Let's get these caps cut off these strawberries. The rest of it we'll just throw in the grinder and grind up.
But he needs it in time for his daughter's wedding. That's the deadline, and that's the pressure that's gonna be on me, Jerry, and Richard. You know what? You guys got $75 for the last batch on the gallon. I got almost double for this run. Like, how y'all like me now? Huh?
You're doing good, Mike.
Oh, yes.
Sorry about that.
Can I hear you say it? We're keeping each and every one of these berries separate in these mash barrels. When they blend together, it's when they go over into our 4-chamber pot, ready for distillation.
You know, our berries are very sweet. They got lots of sugar in them, and they're almost overripe at this point.
Let's do some blackberry right here.
All right.
We're right here in the very end of berry season. If we mess this up, we're liable to not get no more berries of any kind. Last but not least,
This is our raspberry right here.
Stir it in. You know, berries has got sugar. They'll make alcohol by themselves, but we gotta add additional sugar to up the alcohol content so we'll have enough alcohol to go around.
this water's good and cold.
Luckily, we got some of the best water a man can ask for right here at the still site. Now all we gotta do is pitch the yeast and we're out of here.
So we'll give this stuff about a week. Fellas, I think that's a job well done on this 4-berry mash.
Cap them off and get the heck out of Dodge. It ought to be a dadgum good payday coming.
You got that right.
You know, finally, we're gonna make a huge profit. Everybody's gonna be happy, and we all get to go out with a bang on this one. Reckon old Barry Shine's ready to rock and roll?
I reckon so. Let's go.
We are heading into the woods today to run our 4-berry Shine. Mash ought to be ready.
Tell you what, this is a high-end order. We gotta get this done. Our deadline's coming up here pretty soon.
This dude ain't gonna pay us if we don't get it there on time.
Yeah.
So this is for a big shot guy here in Maggie Valley for his daughter's wedding.
Do we get to go to the wedding?
This 4-berry Shine is gonna be a gift for the wedding guest. And that's gonna be potential buyers. I mean, it's a win-win. We're getting paid for this run, and we're gonna get paid later on. Whoa, Buck.
God. So we check the mash, it's ready to go. Let's do it.
Check the water, man. Might get this stuff pumped over.
We've got 1 week to get the alcohol to the customer. That's plenty of time, man, for us to jar it up, put all the nice, pretty little bows on it. Let her fly, Jerry.
Hey, guys.
Yo!
Boy, we got a problem.
What's up?
Y'all gotta come and see this.
Oh, hell, let's get up there and see what he's got going on. Just get the water started.
I don't know what could be so bad. He needs our help.
Damn, I tell you.
Welcome to our worst nightmare. We ain't got no water in here.
This ain't looking good, is it?
We ain't got enough water here to put out a campfire.
What the hell are we gonna do now?
What can we do? We stuck.
This dries a down powder house nearly.
I ain't never ran out of water.
We walk up, no water to be found. In order to run this liquor off, we need cold water to run our condenser. How in the heck are we gonna run alcohol without cold water, though?
We
That's
can't.
virtually impossible.
We on a deadline. We gotta get this stuff done, or we're gonna be out of a ton of money. It's definitely a wet weather spring. Basically, that means in the spring, the water's just flowing perfectly. And then as the summer goes on, the heat will actually dry up some of these creeks.
Jerry, we've got to come up with something, brother. We got mash ready to run right now.
We can't up and move the still site.
We've got to cool a condenser. Water's the #1 way, of course. Basically, we gotta figure out a way to make a run without water.
Without water?
I think I've got an idea that might just work. I don't know if it'll work, but in my mind, it'll work perfect. You know, there's lots of ways of dissipating heat. You know, water's only one of them. Tell you what, if we got a pipe a mile long, we've got steam running through it, what's cooling it?
Air.
So let's use air.
How we gonna use the air? How we gonna cool it down?
I gotta think about it a little bit more to kind of really refine it. I'll put it on paper, but I think it might work.
Well, we can't be standing here and do nothing. We got to try something. You know, Jerry, he's always been good about coming up with cool ideas, you know, but condensing down alcohol without water, this is a new one on me. We got less than a week to get this alcohol to our customer. We got to figure some way out of condensing alcohol.
In Franklin County, Virginia, just 6 months after losing the use of his legs in a devastating motorcycle wreck,
I broke my neck, broke my back.
moonshiner Josh Owens is hell-bent on getting back to making money by any means possible.
Damn, John. I be jogged. What?
Tell
Hey,
me
look.
I can't hustle.
Look, last time we saw you, we had to pick you up and carry you.
You were not supposed to be walking for a year and a half or something.
I gotta have a little help to hold on to, but I'm getting there.
Man, I can't believe
Yeah, he's coming a long darn ways.
The determination that Josh has got to get himself from where he was a few months ago to where he's at actually being able to stand up and walk around today, it's absolutely amazing.
Damn right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're actually up right now.
it. Man, I can't believe it.
Damn.
Ain't been that long.
They said that I would be in a wheelchair for a year.
But hell, it ain't been nowhere near that.
Damn, man, it's unbelievable.
I'm ready to roll.
We ready to roll too, aren't we? We got that liquor with our man, and we ready to do some distributing.
We've got a whole lot of liquor we got to get shipped out to customers. But we really got to have a safe way to transport our moonshine to our bootleggers and our customers.
You know, this flatbed gives me an idea. How often is one of these ever pulled over?
Never.
This tow truck, this just might be the ticket we need.
If we had an old wrecked car, we could put on the back of that, we could fill it full of liquor and transport it.
The odds of you getting checked or pulled over or busted in this thing are like 1,000,000 to 1.
Even if you do, they're not gonna look at that car on the
No,
back.
I don't think so.
Even if you get pulled over and get a ticket, they ain't gonna go search it.
Well, even if they do and find the moonshine, what you tell them is, look, man, I just got paid to take this. I picked it up in the field and I'm taking it to a junkyard.
It's an emergency vehicle. Have you ever seen one pulled over in your entire life? That means that we're safe to haul large amounts of moonshine on the highway. That gives us freedom to get where we need to go. I'm down with it. We ain't gonna get pulled over, no way.
Right.
Nope.
You know any place around to get a junk car at?
That ought to be easy.
If we get us an old junk car, maybe darken the windows in on it with some spray paint, take the seats out, we can load this thing all the way completely full.
Well, hell fire, let's damn do this. I'm ready to go.
Right on around to the back, boss. We've got us a good game plan. I'm trying to open a restaurant up with my wife, but this restaurant also, it used to be an old truck stop. So not only does it have a restaurant, it has a huge shop on one side of it.
Nice and pretty.
It's the perfect stash site. We'll pull a vehicle in here, load it down with shine, and nobody's none the wiser. Shoot, they fit right in there, don't they? We've got 250 gallons of liquor. That's 40 gallons in the trunk. We're gonna fill this thing, start shipping out big time.
Try that, see if we move.
All right. Dude. All right. We're gonna paint these windows on the inside of this car, so the paint inside just blocks anybody from being able to see in. I think this is gonna do it.
Hell to the yeah.
You can't see crap in that. Ain't nothing.
We can stack this car with moonshine all the way to the roof that we can haul at one shot. Now that our car's loaded, Josh, Henry, and Paige are gonna deliver this shine to our bootlegger. The wife. Hello?
Oh my God, where are you?
I just got a few things I'm finishing up over here in the shop, honey.
We've got a huge list of stuff to do before we open.
I know, honey. I'm just finishing up a couple of things and I'll be right in.
Get over here. I need this restaurant to be more of a priority, honey.
I would really like to go and see how our new method of delivering moonshine is working out. But I've got to stick back here at this restaurant because our grand opening is right around the corner. Y'all come check us out. Tickle's Heartline Restaurant. Me and my wife did all the work ourselves. Hey, Carol, how you doing, honey?
Hi, honey. A lot of hard work has gone into this. We're going for like the 1950s diner thing.
Did y'all get that on?
No! Boy, no.
You go ahead.
Did y'all get that on there?
This right here will be our breakfast grill. You know how I know that? Because it has eggs and cheese beside it. They'll be calling out orders. They'll be coming out of that machine. They'll be putting them up here. They'll be reading them. They'll be flipping them. I think this is for cleaning, but I don't know. All right, so scrambled it is. I like my eggs scrambled better anyway. When you get good with this, you can do tricks with them, you know? Oh, I know what this is for now. So that right there is how you make a scrambled egg at the Tickle's Heartline Restaurant.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, Tammy. You've got to do something with that.
That's okay. I got you.
All right.
Got you,
Thank
babe.
you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Good morning.
We have customers.
Yeah, we got to start seating customers.
Today is my grand opening of the Tickle's Heartline Restaurant. Can I get you some more coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going great. The restaurant's booming. We got a packed house. Just as soon as one customer leaves, another one's coming in. Do y'all know what y'all would like to eat or what y'all would like to drink?
Coffee.
You want coffee and water? Really what I want to do is give back to the community, serve the community some good food, well, hopefully make a few dollars doing it. Y'all follow me? I'm really hoping everything goes great today because there's a lot of money been invested in this, a lot of love, a lot of time. All right. The restaurant being busy, on top of that, I got my buddies out here in the shop.
Let's get this liquor loaded up.
Our delivery with our junk car went so well that we've decided to expand our operation. Henry's found us another junk car we can use. We're gonna keep filling this shop up with shine and emptying it out with these junk cars. I'm really happy about seeing it packed.
I know.
How's it going, y'all? Keeping up? All right. It's breakfast all day long. You can get burgers, you can get dogs, meatloaf, chicken, you can get barbecue, which I actually make myself. Order up. All right. Lord, keeping me busy. I'm constantly getting text messages. Hey, Tickle, we need you.
Hellfire. Where's Tickle?
Who had the country ham? Oh, shoot, that's right.
Oh.
All right. Hey, Tickle, can you come look at this? Hey, Tickle, look, this is what we got going on. All right.
Honey, where are you going with that ticket? No, that's not, no, honey, that is not how you do it. You can't do it like that.
What are you talking about?
You have to do it the same way I've trained everybody else.
You didn't train me.
Well, you think you need to get trained? You should have been here for training. You have to put it in the system. Oh my God.
Carol comes up and tells me, look, we're falling behind. We're running as fast as we can, but we got so many customers. Right now, I've got more orders than I know what to do with. Every booth, every table, the bar, they have been constantly full. Not only am I trying to get this restaurant running and keep it going, what I'm also doing is trying to keep this shine moving business we got in the shop going. Can I get you to put this order in? I've got to get out to the shop.
Honey, you gotta use the computer.
I know. I've got to get out to the shop. I've got something going on, all right?
Are you serious?
Yes.
In Haywood County, North Carolina, Mike, Jerry, and Richard have just 4 days to deliver $2,800 of berry shine in time for a wedding.
We ain't got enough water here to put out a campfire.
But the creek at their still site ran dry. Now they must come up with a novel way to distill 4 barrels of mash into high-proof liquor without a steady supply of cold water.
The whole idea is like, a piece of pipe will go through here like this.
I've never created alcohol without using good cold water.
Once it comes up through it, then it'll go out to each one of the coals.
We have to have this by the day of the wedding. I mean, this can ruin our reputation. We're literally up a creek without a paddle, without water in this instance.
To condense hot alcohol vapor without cold water, Jerry proposes building a 4-foot column to mount on top of their pot, then attaching 8 coils of copper tubing to the sides of the column. At the bottom of each coil, they'll mount a catch jar. As they heat the mash to 172 degrees Fahrenheit, alcohol vapor will rise up the column into the copper coils, radiating the heat into the surrounding air. If enough heat is dissipated, the alcohol vapor should cool enough to condense it into liquid before it reaches the open ends of the coils, leaving gravity to pull it back down into the catch jars.
In theory, this should work, but we have to see if we have enough surface area to turn our alcohol vapor back into a liquid.
Here's the tubes we're gonna stick through these things. These are gonna be pointing down just like this right here. So the steam will come around, it'll go up these holes. As it starts to travel around those coils, it's gonna have more surface area to be able to condense. Once it starts condensing and rolling back downhill, we'll be able to collect it.
Every idea Jerry has works on paper, but not even Jerry knows if it's gonna work once we get it out there.
There you go.
A condenser cap.
Pretty much.
One thing's for sure, let's do this without water, we're gonna need a whole lot of coal. Typically, your most common condenser coil is gonna be about 25 to 30 feet long. All right, let's carry this whole roll back here to the table and we'll cut that off. We're gonna make 8 of these coils. They're gonna be a little bit shorter, but they're gonna be 8 of them. In reality, once we're all said and done, we're gonna have about 117 to 120 feet of actual length of pipe, like 5 times more than a normal condenser. Just like any other condenser, the ends are open, but the air should cool it with no problem before the alcohol vapor comes out the top.
Let's start at the top and work our way down. What do you think? It's like everything else that we build. It's got a lot of tiny, intricate pieces to it. There's jars everywhere. There's valves everywhere. There's coils running everywhere. We have utilized every piece of surface area that we possibly can to condense this alcohol. So we're hoping this works. If it don't, it's back to square one. That's the end of it. Looks good, don't it?
You've done a good job.
But is it gonna work? There's a lot of money riding on this whole daggum thing, not just the build, but you know, the mash that we've got to run off. This has got to happen and it's got to work properly. That's ready to rock and roll, man. Let's get her to the woods.
You know, we got this 4-berry shine that's due for this wedding in a few days, and this is a real big deal for us. This waterless condenser, we don't know of anybody that's ever tried this. This is something we have to have right now. We got this deadline, we have no water. We got to make this happen one way or the other.
Well, you can act like you're taller than I am or something. Jerry stretching.
Right. Tighten.
It's pretty enough.
It's pretty, that's for sure.
You know, this waterless condenser's got 8 different coils on it, 117 feet with 8 jars hanging from it as well. We gotta put some mash in it and see if we can't get it going on. This has got to work. We've got 4 different types of berries in 8 different barrels. Whoa! Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. This is a very expensive mash, and we've only have so much of it to go around. Fingers crossed, we got a lot riding on this. My trust is going in Jerry. It's either gonna go up in smoke or it's gonna work. Let's light her up.
We all got a lot riding on this, but myself, I feel like has even more. You know, I've convinced these guys that this will actually work.
But we'll know if it works if we start seeing liquor in these jars.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mike's trusted me over the years to come up with some crazy things, and we've had pretty good success of making things work. And I feel like this is gonna be no different. It's just now gotten to the T, and that one.
Oh, we got steam.
Oh, we got
Jerry.
steam, baby.
Crap, we got steam.
That ain't no good there.
No, we got steam blowing all over the place. That's
This
money.
ain't good, Jerry.
Man, we got money flying in the air right now.
Right
Too
now.
much. We got mash in here that we're wasting.
Man, I realize that. I understand that.
This is disheartening, man. I'm looking up at this thing. That's our product. That's our expensive berry mash. That's the customers. Everything's just going up in smoke. Well, we better shut it down and get the hell out of here. The damn birds are getting drunk.
Wait, hold on a second. Guys, did you happen to notice something? A little bit of a breeze come through just a second ago. How it just like it stopped steaming.
It started condensing.
It went to condensing. Look at that, man.
Hell, it's starting to fill the jars up.
Just that little bit of air, that little bit of breeze, man, is making that thing condense.
All of a sudden, a breeze comes by and the leaves starts moving, the tree starts blowing, starts right back to condensing.
We're this close. We're close to having it.
But we can't make the damn wind blow all the time.
Well, I mean, we can. I mean, I think I know a way we can actually put some fans on here.
Gotta have electricity.
Yeah, you do. You gotta have power. Let's run back to the shop. I got some little hobby fans in there. Get them
We
installed.
gotta figure out something. Right now, we need to kill this thing and quit wasting our mash.
Let's go to the shop, get this done.
Let's get it.
Well, Phyllis, kind of our last resort here.
Yeah, and it, by God, better work, too.
This waterless condenser, this is something we have to have right now. We got this deadline. We have no water. We got to make this happen one way or the other. All we got to have is just a little bit more airflow. You know, I'm thinking if we just put one motor and one fan on each coil right at the top, and we're blowing the cool air from above down onto it, I think that's all we're gonna need. We've only got a few days left to get this done, so we're gonna fix us up some fans and make this system work.
Where we gonna get the electricity from? We gonna put this on a bunch of batteries?
We could, but I think it'd be very costly and we'll be changing batteries all the damn time. You ever heard of a Peltier cell? So I come up with an idea to use a Peltier cell. As long as you can keep one side of it hot and one side of it cold, it will actually move electrons and produce power. And these are like 1.5 volts per pad.
Okay.
Got 8 motors, we're gonna need 16 of these things. So we got plenty of heat off the steel. The idea is we're gonna take and put a motor and a propeller on each coil. It should be able to move enough air to keep this thing cool. We'll heat this little block of metal up to where it represents the heat of our steel. This heat sink is gonna keep the one side cool, and this is gonna be our warm side here. We've got a big heat sink with fins on it on the outside to keep it cool, to be able to dissipate the heat via the air. We'll let that heat on there.
Don't you look? How's that even possible?
We're moving electrons.
So Jerry's gonna take at least 16 Peltier cells and bolt them together and then stick it to the side of the steel column. It'll generate power, make the fans work, keep enough airflow going around this waterless condenser system that we've got to create good alcohol.
In Pennsylvania County, Virginia, under the cover of the grand opening of his new restaurant,
I'm gonna do the Mike's sample platter.
Mike's sampler platter. Yeah, the way you get a little bit of everything.
Tickle finds himself torn between 2 full-time jobs. It's all business in the front and bootlegging in the back.
Well, Henry, where's Josh at? He's got to come take his thing.
He's on the way, man.
Because we ain't gonna get so much in this one. Today's the day we're gonna really kick into high gear our bootlegging operation with multiple vehicles. We're gonna be delivering over 500 gallons of moonshine in one day in multiple junk cars.
Man, looks like y'all busy.
Yeah, it's busy as hell out there. As soon as I get this loaded, I gotta get back in there. Carol's gonna be done killed me. I'm staying out here too long. We've got a crazy system worked out here where we can keep this shine moving constantly. We've got a little black 2-door car in here. We're gonna fill that thing up with shine.
Josh is gonna come in and he's gonna bring a big old van in here on a tow truck and drop it off. While we're filling that with shine, he's gonna take the black car, he's gonna go to deliver it. After he delivers that, he's gonna go pick up this old white Chevy Malibu, and he's gonna bring it back.
Josh will be here in a minute now.
Well, he needs to hurry up and come on. We done got this one full. In the end, he's gonna bring them all back here, and we'll do it again.
We got a big operation right here. You can take 530 gallons of liquor. It's been a while since I've really seen that much stored in one place. We've gotten so big, you got to be able to transport it. We got a lot of work to do. And it's gonna be a little bit tough, but every time he comes back with an empty vehicle, we know it's time to make more money, load it up and get it back out on the road.
All right, fellas, I need to get back in there and check on this restaurant before my wife kills me.
The place is packed.
I'll be back in a little bit. Y'all run into anything, give me a holler. Josh is gonna take the black car. Henry and Paige, they're gonna have to keep loading this van while I go pay attention to this restaurant. I know Henry and Paige have got their hands really full.
Your order's ready.
My order's ready. I didn't order anything. But my name is on that sign. And if people don't see me, they're not gonna be happy.
No, the order you took is ready.
Oh, the order I took's
on
ready.
The top.
Now, it's really gonna be hard to manage both my moonshine bootlegging business and the restaurant. But if I can pull it off, it's gonna be a win-win for both situations. And which table's this?
It's the order you took.
Oh, okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
We've been hauling a lot of liquor, moving some cars, and it looks like that's all we're doing is hauling cars and doing something 100% legitimate. But we're making a lot of money and we're doing it very incognito, right up under everybody's nose. I have 3 major deliveries to make today. First, I gotta take the black car, drop it off. 2, I gotta come back and pick up the van, which they were getting ready while I was hauling the black car. 3, come back with the Malibu, get it loaded, haul it, drop it off, and then big payday.
We got one out and one in. I'm gonna have to go over there and check on everything, make sure it's running smoothly.
Keep it rolling.
But I'll be back as quick as I can, all right?
Take your time, man. Take your time.
All right.
Hello?
Mr. Law,
Yeah.
where's my stuff?
What do you mean, where's your stuff? It should be there. It should have been there an hour ago. You been there?
Been here all day.
Let me call you back in a few minutes. What the hell? Let me give Josh a call here. Somebody's got it. Our man don't have it.
Hey, buddy.
Josh.
Listen, man. The guy that we made the delivery to just contacted me and said that there's no vehicle there.
Yeah, right, man. It's there, I promise.
The black car. The man's called.
I'm just telling you, everything's like it's supposed to be.
Well, it should be there.
Where'd you take it to?
Went to a 38 no run.
No, 68. You need to get over and get that vehicle. If your landowner found it and saw the liquor in it, the law could be waiting on you when you get there.
Josh, did you hear what I said?
I did.
All right, be careful.
We done dropped the doggone car off at the wrong spot. Hopefully nobody's seen anything, or chances are, though, that's very slim. Henry calls me and tells me that the liquor's dropped off at the wrong place. I'm sick. My biggest fear about all this is I'm gonna pull up and the cops are gonna be there. If I pull up and there's nobody around, nobody saw it, and I can load it back up, we're gonna be good. But who knows what's gonna happen. I don't see anybody. I think we're good. I hope we are. Luckily, there's no cops. It don't look like anybody's been here. It looks like we got by this one by the skin of our damn teeth right here, buddy. I'm telling you right now. We're gonna get it and we're gonna run.
Hey, man. What the hell's going on?
What is this piece of crap?
I was wondering the same thing. I was wondering why in the world was I dropping this piece of crap off at such a nice house? But they called me a while ago and told me I hit the wrong address. So here I am picking it up. I'm moving it. My apologies.
Man, just get your piece of crap and get out of here.
Apologize, man. From now on, whoever the buyer is, they're gonna have to be there to make sure that product is where it's supposed to be. Even if I don't gotta talk to them, they just come out and wink their eye at me or something. Whatever it might be. I'm never gonna allow this to happen again.
All right. He said he was just trying to get his truck worked on, thought he could kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
That was a close call.
Hey, on the bright side, he said he loved the food.
That's good.
So you got a few dollars off of it?
Yeah, I at least got that. It was one thing to be using this while this restaurant wasn't open, but now that this place is so busy, it's just too many eyes around.
You got that back chain up? All that stuff's ready to go?
Yeah. My wife and I have put everything we've got into getting this restaurant open. Our entire life is invested in this. I've got to pull the plug on this operation. Henry, this ain't gonna work, man.
It's not gonna work.
It's too hot right here. There's too many people right here.
We've got a lot in it, man. We've got the guys, they know where to come to make the delivery for our liquor. We got the vehicles set up. I mean, I thought it worked smooth as hell.
I mean, it was a great idea until I got this restaurant open. I've got 100 people in there in the parking lot full waiting to get in. What if that guy come up and had looked in here and saw y'all loading the car?
No matter where he goes, it's gonna be what ifs.
I mean, I get that, Henry, but you gotta look at it from my side. I've got everything I own in that restaurant. If I lose that, I'm probably gonna lose my wife.
We put a whole lot of work into this operation. You know, I like it. It's really working out real well, but the bottom line is this is Tickle's building. If he wants us to move out, we got to move out.
We're just gonna have to come up with something else.
In Maggie Valley, North Carolina, after Jerry invented a copper still that requires no water for cooling, the 3 partners embark on their plan to use the cutting-edge technology on Mike's best-selling recipe, clear apple pie moonshine.
You know, our bread and butter is getting ingredients on the cheap. Clear apple pie has always been a big seller for me, and if you can make it for a cheap price, it's a win-win. We're gonna make money off of this run. $2.50 a pound.
A pound? A pound? You ain't a bag?
They're $2.50 a pound for these apples. 2 of these apples will make a pound. There's no way in God's earth I'm gonna pay $2.50 for 2 apples.
Damn, I can't believe the apples have gone up
I'm
this
gonna
much.
tell you, it's crazy, man.
I don't know if we can save much money this way either.
$40 a daggum bushel.
It's gonna take at least 2 boxes to do a barrel.
Yeah, every bit of it.
Hey, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you help us?
you?
Yeah, can you help us with this? Do you have any like seconds or cold apples? You know, we got a project we're working on. We don't need this kind of quality of an apple.
Unfortunately, I don't. The farmer that owns this, they own a cider company, and so all of our seconds go to the cider mill.
Well, if they're sending them all to the cider mills, it seems like we might want to just check with cider mills.
Let's go give it a shot. I want to make this apple pie. So the only thing that we've got left to do is go to the cider mill to see if they've got any apples at a decent price for us. I don't know. We'll know when we get there.
Man, apples went up with the price of gas, like they made of gold or something, man.
Good God, look at the apples, man. Whoa!
No wonder there ain't no apples to be found nowhere. They're all here.
Man, we could get America drunk with all these apples, man.
I'm telling you.
I think that's what he's working on now.
We're trying to.
This is the most apples I've ever seen in one place in my whole lifetime. No wonder we can't get a good price on apples. They're sitting in this guy's freezer.
And how many bins you got in here?
About 1,500 bins.
1,500 bins. You know, they've got so many apples in this facility. I don't see why we can't talk them out of just maybe 1 bin of these apples.
Like 1 box is all we need.
That's all we
Yeah.
1 box.
Well, I don't think I have any apples to spare. I wish I could sell them to you, but they're all spoken for. I have to use them all for our hard cider.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's understandable.
Yeah, I can see that.
This guy won't sell us 1 apple. He don't need the money from us. He's making cider. But he does have something interesting he'd like to show us.
All the waste, once we're done, we'll put it into this auger and it'll go straight out the conveyor. It's just a byproduct of our process that we don't tend to use ourselves.
They discard this stuff, what they call apple pomace. It's all the leftover hearts, skins, stems, good stuff still yet with a good apple flavor to it. It gets pumped out into a dump truck and hauled off to hog farms.
So what would you charge us for a truckload of this stuff?
Honestly, we give it away. You guys just want some, I think that'd be fine.
Oh, wow.
I want all you can give.
Well, I think we can do that.
You know, there's got to be some sugar content left over in this pomace, and otherwise some good flavor left over too.
So what do we need to do? Just back the truck over here?
Yeah, back on in and we'll get you loaded up.
Let's go load it up. This could be a game changer for all of us. It's free. I can come here anytime I want to and get a truckload, and there's our apple pie. I just hope we can pull enough flavor out of this stuff, enough sugar content out of this stuff to get the ABV that we're looking for and the flavor that we need for our clear apple pie. It's just extra work, that's all.
Something don't look funny to you?
What the hell? Where the hell's the steel at? Well, I mean, where's the damn steel at, man? You can see where somebody's dumped it. Oh my God, dude. We've got a damn problem, buddy.
I can't believe this.
How you gonna tell me somebody's come in here and stole it? Look, every damn thing else is still sitting here. You know, this is brand new steel. We've all put a lot of money, sweat, blood, and tears and effort into building this thing. Upwards of $20,000 in materials and labor. We gotta tell Jerry, man. You know, this is the cornerstone to our business. If we don't have it, we don't have nothing. It's gone, son.
I can't believe it, man.
Our steel, it's gone. We gotta try to find out where the steel is and try our best to get it back.
Yeah, I mean, look, this ground's still muddy.
Yeah, it's muddy.
When we left this thing last time, there was spent mash still left in the pot. And the only thing we can see is where they've opened the valves up and just let this stuff drain. It ain't been long. So it's only been a day or two since this thing's been taken. I know one thing's for sure, we gotta find this thing.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, just like in the crime scenes, man, first 48 hours is crucial. We got to
Time
hit
is
the
of
ground
essence, yeah.
now.
If they're after money, where's the first place they're gonna take it to?
Scrap yards.
That's where we need to go then.
You know, the price for copper's sky high. You could scrap this thing, cut it up in little bitty pieces overnight, scrap it out, and make a pocket full of money and be done with it. Let's go.
Oh. I tell you what, this steel it's a thing of beauty. It's probably worth over 20 grand, and that's not even counting our labor. And to have this thing sitting in the middle of a scrapyard somewhere, it really breaks my heart to even think about that.
I'd like to get my hands on that damn prick.
I got a sock of dimes ready and waiting. Oh. What's happening?
All right.
Well, we got a serious issue, and I'm hoping you can help.
Maybe, maybe not.
Well, you're the first one I wanted to check with anyway.
Hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the chase. You wouldn't happen to lay your eyes on the damn liquor still nowhere, have you?
Well, we've got some pieces of copper.
Cuban and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, there's been a lot of tubing, about 117 foot of tubing.
Just pieces cut up in sheets, maybe. You seen anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely show you what we've got.
If y'all don't mind, please.
Yeah, man.
You know, there's a lot of copper thieves in this country that don't know nothing about moonshine. They'll steal your steel. Anything they can take that's of copper and they can cut up little pieces, they're gonna do so they can make pocket change.
It's just stuff like this.
Yep.
Now we figured
Some cheap stuff, and it looks pretty old. But it's something. So yeah, let him show you that cheap stuff for you. Yeah, it's nothing like that. It looks pretty well. Which most of what we get like that, it's like gutter and stuff. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, they ain't none of our stuff here.
You don't even have the volume of stuff that would have been off of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I say, that would have ran a red flag up right off a batch.
It would if they brought a complete steel in here for sure. There's nobody coming here with a big pile of copper. They've only brought in a few little coil pieces. They haven't seen anything that resembles a moonshine steel, so that steel's not here. We probably won't never find it, won't never find out who's got it or whatever, but I hope we do. I mean, this is real life, you know? Stuff like this happens every day. People get stole from all the time. And for what reason? I mean, it costs more money to build a damn thing than it ever would give you if you took it to a scrap yard. Jerry's on the phone, spreading the word, trying to get us some help. Personally, I'm feeling, you know, gut-wrenched, sick, you know, sick on my stomach over the whole damn deal, you know, because that's our livelihood. You know, we put money and time and effort and sweat, blood, and tears into this thing, and then it's just some thug comes in the wood for real and steal from you, and it's all gone in the blink of an eye. If I ever find that, I'll jerk his arm off and beat him half to death with it, I promise you. It's gotta be around here somewhere.
Well, my buddy just put the word out. So, I mean, if anything's gonna happen, I mean, we should know something very soon.
I hope so.
What do you think, Kelly?
I think we're looking good. We'll eat it and see what it tastes like. Is it real sweet?
They're super sweet now.
In Cock County, Tennessee, 3 weeks after Kelly and Amanda cleaned up a local vineyard in exchange for a share of the grape harvest.
I'm gonna drive the tractor here and get all this stuff straightened out that we can.
This is milky spore, and this stuff is going to kill all of these Japanese beetles.
The two shiners return with Tennessee kingpins Mark and Digger to reap the fruits of their labor.
What's up, fellows?
George, I gotta give it to you. Y'all been getting it.
We've been doing our share of it. Check out these grapes.
Yeah, buddy. Look under there.
Wow, them muscadines.
Them muscadines. They've got a really sweet flavor this year.
Yeah, them's outstanding.
So what's good about using these muscadines is we can basically get 2 runs out of them.
We can make a little brandy and a little drop of both.
Exactly.
Brandy is made from fruit juices. It's distilled wine that you cook in a still and get the alcohol out of it. It's got a great flavor. Grappa is made from the stems and the grape skins and the pulp from the grape. Well, there's still sweetness and flavor in those skins and pulp. Better known as the pomace, so we take that and capitalize off of it. Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good thing Steve and Gene are here. They're gonna show us the most efficient way to get these off the vines and get them juiced out for us pretty quick.
We got tarps, then we got like a boomstick. We tap the plant with it, and it's all the sweet, really sweet ones that are ripe will fall off, and all the ones that are still working stay on.
You know, it's time to pick us some grapes. They're here, we're here, we need them, let's get them.
I think we're ready for you.
I'm bringing the boom. Just a big piece of foam rubber at the end of a PVC pipe, and you simply just whoop the piss out of the vines with it. I mean, the muscadines just rain down onto the tarps. I'm thinking about my first wife. She used one of these that looked a lot like this on me.
Amanda, what kind of liquor are you trying to make with this?
Well, from my understanding, we can make a brandy with the juices, but we can also ferment all that pumice again, and we can make a grappa.
Yeah.
So I think use it all and, you know,
Well,
make 2 different
that's the
spirits if
trick.
we can.
Don't waste anything.
Exactly. But muscadine shine. Probably what we'll wind up calling it.
Muscadine shine.
That sounds, it's memorable, right?
Hell yeah.
If it rhymes, people will try it.
Amanda, before when we came down here and harvested grape, we didn't make any brandy.
Really?
No, we just simply collected the pumice, and that's when we made our hillbilly grappa. Yeah, I think muscadine shine's got a nice ring to it.
That's what I thought. After tasting the wine, I knew I had to make it shine, right?
After tasting the wine, you know you had to make shine.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Your poet didn't know it, but your feet give you away because they're long fellers.
You're making fun of my feet now?
I am not. I'm making an observation of your feet. As tall as you are, you need a good sized feet.
Need a good foundation.
You hit a soft spot.
What, the top of my head?
We're literally seeing the fruits of our labor, no pun intended. Collecting it really makes you realize that all of your hard work was for something.
I never imagined we'd have as many grapes in our hands as what we've got right now.
There you go, Amanda.
That's the one we was looking for.
You know, here it is, we've already got a bin full. And that's close to 1,100 pounds, which is gonna get us over 100 gallons of juice. And plus the pumice we're gonna capitalize on.
Once we get the juice out of these and mix it with a certain amount of water and add some sugar to it and not take any of the flavor away, Amanda, that's your territory. You know?
Yep. I put a lot of time and energy into making these grapes perfect, and I'm really proud of how they're turning out. So with the brandy we're gonna make, plus grappa, hopefully it's a double whammy. We get 2 different spirits that we can turn a nice profit on and make it all worth it.
Well, before they all float off in this rain, we need to get them up here and get them squashed.
You gotta get naked, though.
It's a whole lot of images I don't need in my mind.
Let's go.
Gonna make some fine brandy right there.
I'm glad we don't have to count them.
All right, they smell really good. We've been through the whole harvesting of the muscadines, which was super fun. Now we need to learn how to process them.
Come in, Gene. They're your grapes. We're just here to enjoy the bountifulness of them.
What's up, boss man?
I know this looks like a lot of grapes, and I hope it helps you guys out.
And we're gonna take all that pomace off your hands still, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we can't use it for anything.
We can.
What's the process here?
This is about 1,400 pounds, so I have to use the forklift, and then it goes into the destemmer crusher. So we're gonna put them into that, and it's gonna crush them initially. So what it'll basically do is kind of squeeze it like this, so the center comes out.
This is just the initial breakdown.
Yep.
Okay.
That will be pumped into this press here.
So this machine, that one is what separates all of the juice from the pomace for you.
Yes. So that takes all the skins, stems, and seeds, and then all the juice will come out of that, and then we'll pump that into a tank I've got sterilized already.
Let's go get the juice, and I want to taste some juice.
It's a lot easier than stomping them with your feet, right?
You ain't kidding or mashing them with your thumb.
The juice will flow into this thing fast.
There it comes.
Gosh, look on the tub. They ain't even started squozing them yet.
We put in a lot of work, from growing the muscadines, harvesting them. This is tons of muscadines, and with all this equipment, we're gonna be able to separate the juice from the pomace. Brandy is made from the juice, so it's 100% of the fruit fermented to make a brandy. Grappa, on the other hand, is made from using the pomace or the leftovers after making wine.
And that's some good muscadine juice right there. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
There's a successful harvest for you.
Look at that. It's almost shame to do anything to that, ain't it?
I bet that'll run your sugar up.
That's so good. That muscadine juice, it's out of this world. It's super, super sweet and just loads of flavor.
It's just hard to believe something tastes that good without any alcohol in it.
I just know by tasting this, it's gonna make the best brandy we've ever had.
I tell you, there's plenty of flavor left over in that pomace.
In here, there's 2 big rubber discs. So basically, it just kind of squeezes in from both sides.
This juice just keeps it coming. It squeezes them hard. There's no way that you can crush them or get them beat up enough the way we would have to do it to get this much juice. They've got everything figured out here.
All right.
Wow. That looks pretty well squashed up to me. We're gonna rinse the sugar and the flesh, gonna get the little bit of juice left in there. Make some grappa.
We'll gladly haul this to the dump for you, Gene.
Yep. Yeah?
The dump.
We're gonna do what we do. So now all that remains is for us to haul our bounty off, get it out here to Kelly and Amanda's still site, and let them get busy making some brandy and grappa. Gene, we can't thank you enough, bud.
Let's go try some wines now.
Well, twist my arm.
It's gone. And, no, not yet. Well, me and Richard went in there to get mash barrels and stuff like that to bring back to wash out and found it was gone. Come back and broke the news to Jerry, and he's like, no, I've not brought it out of the woods, so.
In Maggie Valley, North Carolina, after a thief stole their one-of-a-kind air-cooled moonshine still, Mike, Jerry, and Richard turned to their outlaw network for clues to the whereabouts of their missing device.
Any luck, Mike?
Nothing, buddy. We have searched every daggone junkyard around that we can search. Nothing. We've put the word out all over town, but as of right now, we have no leads. We had a dead-end road.
Hello? What's going on, buddy? Where in the world did you get a video? I mean, you think it's our steal? My buddy called me and let me know that he actually run across a video of a guy in the woods around a moonshine still. I just talked to a buddy of mine, he called me. And apparently he's got a video of this guy in the woods at nighttime at a moonshine still. Like he's really out of it, he's out of breath, he's shaking, the phone's everywhere. But I asked him, I said, what does this still look like? And he said, well, it's kind of a weird looking contraption. He's just a lot of copper.
It could be us. Who in the hell would video themselves stealing a steel?
A thief.
Yeah, a dumb thief.
Yeah,
that.
but why would you do that? I mean, is there any way we can see the video?
Well, I asked him to send it to me, but dude, he's kind of old school. I mean,
He can't send it?
he's not very tech savvy, so he don't know how to send the video. He can't even send it to me.
Well, let's go. Let's
well,
load
that's
up and go.
kind of the thing, though. He said for me, just if I would, just come by myself. He don't want none of the, nobody else come with me. He just kind of wants to keep his name out of it. Is what he's wanting to do.
Me and Jerry, we're partners in crime. We do stuff together. We've been doing this for 5 years together. And all of a sudden, I can't, ride along to go get a video to something that belongs to us. This ain't all Jerry's. Well, all right,
So,
go get the damn video.
I'm gonna go at least look at it. If it's our steel, I'll get the video, and then I'll meet up with you guys.
All right, sounds good. All right, we'll see you after a while.
This video, I'm hoping it gives us something. If it is our steel, at least we can find out maybe who made the video and go from there.
While we're back here, we might as well look for it. We're on a hunt.
Somebody drove through here.
Yeah, they driving through here. They's tire track under. Our steel got stolen from out of the woods, out of our steel site. So while Jerry goes off to get this video, me and Richard's gonna look around, see if we can't find any more clues. Oh, look. That's a damn rope laying right there. I think we need to ride all the way up through there and just look, because that rope is fresh. Me and Richard's taking this old logging road up toward the top of the mountain just to see if these people might have drove down through here.
You see anything down there? Let me get a little closer.
I don't see nothing. Even if they didn't take it to keep for themselves or try to sell it, they could have just destroyed it just to be hateful. Hell, they could have thrown it off in that bank. You never know. Some big woods down through here. This is a huge blow. If we can't find this steel and figure out where it's at, we won't be able to make no liquor for the rest of the season. I guess we had a daggum dead end now with it. Where did it get off to? There's no evidence nowhere. It seems like they knew exactly what to do.
Well, I mean, Jerry's wouldn't tell us where he's going. He wouldn't tell us who he's going to meet. He wouldn't say nothing, man.
And now thinking back, when we was talking to him, I asked him 2 or 3 times who this guy was. I mean, just a buddy of mine. You don't know him, just a buddy of mine. You don't know him.
And when you look at it, Jerry thinks that's his steel. I mean, it's his design, it's his baby. I mean, he might have just said, man, I'm done with this. We're making 1/3 of the money we were last season.
Yeah, we're having to split it 3 ways. You got my wheels a turning now, man. I don't want to think that way about my right-hand man, but when it comes to money and partnerships, dude, you never know. But let's let Jerry get his hands on this video to see what's going on and play this one step at a time.
Let's do it.
So me and Richard head back to the steel site, see if we can't find any more clues. Sweep it over one more time just to make damn sure we're not missing nothing.
Another gasket. They took it completely apart.
Yep, there's one of them fan motors. Hey, Jerry.
You find anything?
Oh, yeah. Wait till I show you what I found.
Here we go, boys. We're right here to the heart of the Moonshine steel. This motherfucker right here's the nicest.
It's our steel.
Yeah, that's everything.
That's those buckets that were over there.
So, y'all, do we know who this person is?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, know who the person is.
Well, let's go to him. Let's go confront him.
We gotta find him first.
I'll go knock on his door. Maybe the person that told you his name might know where he lives. If they know, I mean, this is a small town. Who are we gonna go talk to?
But I mean, where do we start looking?
If everybody knows his name, somebody's got to know where he lives.
Oh, I know. We gotta go knock on some doors. Something we can do.
Y'all both know how I am. I'm gonna go ahead and say this and get it clear. You better not be trying to pull one over my damn eyes right now with all this. Don't be pulling no stank on me.
Why the I be doing all that?
I don't know. I just, for some reason, I've got a feather up my. Don't be trying to pull nothing over on me.
All right, well, let's do it, yeah.
I want to find this fella. I mean, you got a video and you know a name, but nobody knows where he's at. Why are you walking off, Jerry?
I'm not gonna be treated like that.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying you better not be pulling one over on us. A joke or whatever.
You take that joke and you shove it up.
I'm not saying, Jerry, you done this. I said, I hope you're not pulling one over our eyes, you know. Ha ha, it was funny for a minute. I didn't say Jerry done nothing. Quit blaming me. Quit putting words in my mouth.
I'm not blaming
I did not say Jerry's done nothing. I'm not saying the video's not legit. It just seemed kind of fishy to me.
That pisses me off. I mean, we're in this husband stand together, and he wants to accuse me of him. And his white horse you rode in on. I'm
ain't perfect for no reason. And I ain't putting up with his no more.
Well, why in the hell did Jerry up and storm off like that? All I asked him was he pulling one over our damn eyes.
Well, like my mom used to always tell me, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, I mean, he felt offended the way he said it.
Well, bottom down line, we're missing the steel. We got to get it back. We got to get his back on board with us. We're all a team here. Maybe I stepped on his toes a little bit too much. But when something's going on, when it comes to your business, you got to get to the ends of it and the details of it. So I'm going to go talk to Jerry and hopefully smooth things over with him so we can go and find this steel and get it back. So Jerry, we'll make this short and sweet. We got business to tend to. So what did I say that was so damn offensive to you?
Accusing me of whatever was going on.
Well, right there, I did not accuse you. I asked you a question. I didn't say, Jerry, I know you're doing something. I said, Jerry, are you pulling one over our eyes? Accusing somebody is telling them, I know what you're doing. That's accusing you.
Well, stop you right there. And I already told you that I had nothing to do with what was going on, and I did not know where the steel was.
You did.
So that should have been the end of it.
Everybody thinks corn tastes like corn, but there's a huge range of flavors you can pull out of all different types of corn.
Check out this field of corn, brother.
You're going to find a variety of different shades.
Oh, wow.
That right there is a Moonshiner's delight. I was always taught as a kid that moonshining was hard work. And I finally realized it's no harder than farming. But there's a whole lot more money that can be made making liquor than they are punching cows.
All different shades of blue.
It ain't very big. Is that dark enough?
Oh man, that's perfect, Jeff.
This is something you really gotta love what you're doing, or else you're like totally in the wrong field.
If it was easy, everybody'd be doing it.
That's very true. Picking this corn by hand is hard work. I had no idea the amount of effort and sweat equity that goes into harvesting corn. It's hot, it's not pleasant. I have a whole new appreciation for that bag of cracked corn that I get from my farmer now. It's a whole new perspective on where that whiskey comes from. Now that we have all this corn harvested, it's just the beginning, you see, because we still have to shuck all this corn, we have to shell it all, and then we have to grind it all. And then we have to mash it all in. Just processing all of this corn that we have, it's hundreds of pounds. Hold up, Joe. Trying to be a hero.
Oh, Superman. I'm really excited to work with Amanda. She's a great distiller. She's gonna make this red, white, and blue blended whiskey possible for us. Jeff's the real hero.
Jeff. You men are just stubborn. You're all trying to hurt yourselves. Corn is one of my favorite ingredients to use and to drink. I have used all different kinds of heirloom grains. So anytime I get to work with a new type of variety of corn, I'm all about it. The largest quantity we should probably mash in on this still here would be the Bloody Butcher, I'd say. It's got that good oil content, that really butteriness.
I know. I mean,
safe to do that for the largest portion of the mash because we know how good this is going to be. The white corn, we basically know what that's going to taste like too, but to make this unique, let's do less white corn. And then the experimental, the blue corn, we'll do it on smaller scale. That's completely different for me. So blue corn, it has like a really intense flavor. It almost has like a nuttiness, floral, earthy notes. It's widely different from most other types of corns. It would be super easy to just take all this grain and mash it in together, but what would kind of happen is it would mute the flavors. So our idea is to mash them in and distill each one separately so we can isolate the characteristics of each corn. There's a sweet spot you gotta get it into.
When this thing was made, this was considered a modern farm implement.
The industrial age. When you're blending, you kind of want to start with a base. So the majority of your spirit is that base corn. That gives the overall flavor profile. Bloody Butcher is like buttering your bread, and just, it's like a really good taste of corn.
Let's get the white going.
Just out of curiosity, what do you get for 50 pounds of this?
We're looking at about $9 a bushel right now.
Yep.
Jeff is a dedicated farmer, and he grows a wide variety of corn. But 50 pounds of corn sells for about $9 on the market today. If we were to take that same 50 pounds of corn and turn it into shine, it's worth nearly $400. Jeff, this white corn is beautiful. It's gonna be a great contrast to our base. Each of these corns have a totally different flavor profile and taste to them. That's how you start to build complexity. And then you have the option to throw in a little bit of something else, which is a wild card, just a little bit at a time. And that really creates a full rounded flavor profile when you're blending.
My neck and my back are screaming, but This is a lot of corn, guys.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Then we start grinding, right?
Yeah. A lot of people use just plain cracked corn, but the way that I like to do it is grind that corn into a fine flour. And the reason being is that it unlocks all of those starches that are inside of the kernels of corn. So we're gonna grind it down to a nice fine flour before we add it to our hot water, so hopefully we get some conversion out of this corn. That looks to be the end of it.
Yep.
Okay.
The main thing we gotta focus on is getting those other two stills down here
yeah.
and getting them set up so that we're not behind the 8-ball when Digger gets here. We now have to set up 2 more stills because we're doing 3 separate runs. This is a lot of hard work, but that hard work is gonna go a long way in telling the story of this red, white, and blue whiskey to the people who are gonna be drinking it. Red, white, and blue whiskey. Heck yeah. All right, guys, I think she's about full.
I hope we can get this water heated up before Digger gets here.
Look, to not have at least hot water when the boss man shows up with the ingredients.
You think we're slacking?
Yeah, right?
It's mashing day, and we've just pulled 2 stills out of storage. There's 3 of us. We got 3 different types of corn and 3 different stills.
Woo, Lord have mercy.
Ready for still number 2?
Still number 2. We'll fill this one up and get water heated up for the white corn. And then we'll mash in the barrels with the blue corn.
Digger is actually on his way here now, and he's bringing us the sugar and our special yeast.
Joe, I think you're getting ripe.
Yep, that's about full over here.
Okay.
The idea is to put 1 type of corn in each pot and distill them all separately. That way we get distillate from red corn, white corn, and blue corn, and we can literally compare them throughout the entire process. I don't usually build furnaces while they're lit.
Don't send your hair, darling.
I burned my finger. Just the scale of these pots alone takes a very long time to heat up. So the plan is just insulate these pots with some bricks, and that'll trap in all the heat. And it makes sense to me that we do a large majority of our corn is the Bloody Butcher. Secondly, we're gonna do a nice portion of the sweet white corn. And then lastly, that little bit of blue corn that we're fermenting has like a really intense flavor. This is kind of our wild card.
Oh, shoot. The man, the myth, the legend has arrived.
Somebody called for sugar.
Look at all of our hard work.
I mean, we got our red, our white, and our blue.
Blue corn gives you a sweet tamale finish. I don't know what it is about it, but it's like you're eating the dough off a tamale.
It's got that really unique, earthy flavor profile.
You know, these guys, they have put the work in. They've got 3 stills set up. They've got water heated up.
All right, let's get this Bloody Butcher corn in here.
Amanda's got the ratios of corn for the weight of the grain bill figured out, and all that's left for them to put it together.
The white corn.
Our white corn is a super sweet white corn, which is gonna contrast that Bloody Butcher very well, and it's gonna be good to blend.
Pretty blue corn.
And lastly, that little bit of blue corn, it has like a really intense flavor. None of us have actually ran or worked with this specific kind of corn before, so I'm really interested to see what kind of flavors this brings out.
This yeast is our hammer, and it's gonna do the job on this mash. Well, let's pour the powdered gold.
This yellow label yeast, it's a distiller's yeast. It already has the enzymes mixed into it for us. Oh, that cooked up good.
Yeah, it did.
It has all the additives you could possibly need for optimal fermentation.
I'm gonna leave it to y'all to clean
perfect.
up. If you need anything, holler.
Thanks for the sugar.
Man, I love that guy.
We're in Canton, North Carolina, fixing to meet these guys. Our steel got stolen, and we're trying to get it back. You know, the guy gave us a place to meet him. Just for the legal parts of everything, I want to make sure that everybody's protected, so I had the crew put in some dash cams on the truck. At this point, this is being Roger. He ain't really excited about being on camera, so we honored that, kind of keeping Roger out of the picture.
And he must be close.
But here we're at the meeting spot waiting on this guy.
Well, there they are.
Yeah, see, it's in the back of that car, wrapped up in that black plastic.
Mm-hmm. He shows up. He's driving a little old beat-up, crappy car, back window busted out of it. Sure enough, this is our guy.
Can you reach that door liquor right here?
So here, I'm thinking we're going back here to these storage buildings. But lo and behold, he kind of goes around the storage buildings and pulls into this little old trailer. Dumbfounded me, really, because he kind of more or less blocked himself in. So of course, I pull up right behind him so he can't get out. So if that steel's in the car, it's coming with us.
God dang, man, that's my little niece. God knows what that hurt.
Roger's niece is with this guy. He's just really smitten on her. Evidently, he trusts her.
You gonna pay him? What are you gonna do? That's it first. Okay.
So we got out. Old Roger gave him that little jar of liquor and smelled of it, and he was all just gung-ho. He's getting really excited. Of course, he's ready to get this thing moving and get his cash and get on the road. So I grabbed a bucket out of our fake liquor, set it there on the ground, and he was just all tickled. He said, man, he said, let's get this out of the car, you know? So he opens up the door. Lo and behold, there's the actual steel. So we start pulling her out of the car, and he's excited. Me and Roger, we gotta hold that damn steel right there. We take her around to the side of the truck with it, and we get to the back of the truck, and lo and behold, we turn around. He's coming around the corner with parts. He's bringing the parts to us. He's helping us load it up on the truck. He's already counting his money on his next fix. So we got it all loaded and everything. He's like, oh man, how about that cash? Where's that cash at? I just approached him and said, look. I said, you ain't getting a bit of cash. I said, that's my steel that I built. You ain't getting none of that. See, he's getting all antsy. This point right here, I've already got my hand on my damn gun. I said, you're lucky, you know, that I don't beat you to the ground right now. And oh, he just went all to hell. And so he told him, said, don't you pull no gun. He says, oh man, I ain't got no gun. He pulls his shirt up, he says, I ain't got no gun. Well then, I said, forget it. We're getting in the truck and we're leaving from here. Roger's niece, she went and jumped in my truck. I'm thinking, where the hell is she going? And that even makes the guy even more livid.
Hey, we can settle this one way, you know what I'm saying? We're going in. Yeah. We're going in.
Come to find out, she's just scared of him. She just wants to get away from him.
I'm telling you, Roger, just leave it and I'm here like this.
It's okay. She's fine. I promise you, she's fine.
You know, this guy kind of goes like speechless, and he gets really erratic, and like he can't even pronounce a word at this point.
Man, just stay calm. Calm down, son.
So we just backed up, and he got mad. He slammed his car door.
Well, he ain't gonna do it, does he?
I don't know, Roger. He's crazy.
At this point, I'm just ready to get away from him and let it be.
He's scared.
Well, I'm sorry you got it.
Well, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
He's lucky Jerry didn't do something to him.
I brought my damn cuffs, my guns, my bats. I was ready to beat
that Jerry made that thing from scratch. I mean, he's crazy. Did you see how he was doing?
Yeah.
That's meth and everything was nothing. He ought to quit what he does to people. That right there. Sorry as hell what he did. From one outlaw to the other, why would you bother another outlaw? If you seen his deal or you found his marijuana, I mean,
leave his shit alone.
They'll kill you. Them kind of people's level kill you. He ought to be glad he got any thing, shouldn't he, Jerry?
Sure.
A free jar.
Give him a damn
Give him a
$25.
free quart of liquor and a 5-gallon bucket of water. Well, I told you, you'd get your revenge.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth that $35 jar of liquor.
You really gonna
get yourself back.
Yeah.
Well, we're lucky we got it. That's all I can say about that.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you, dude.
Thank her. She's the one that really did it. I didn't do nothing.
Next thing I know, I turn around and look. He's right behind us.
He's following us.
He's on our tail right now.
I guess you better go on, dude.
Oh, yeah. He's crazy now.
You know, this guy, he's a known criminal. He's dangerous. I mean, he could be armed. Just depending on what time of day, I guess it is, and how hopped on drugs he is at this point.
Just pull in right here.
You know, this guy's got a lot of road rage with us, and the law actually seen that.
Yeah, he just turned around up there at that road.
That's where he lives at.
Right up there?
Yeah.
Did y'all see that silver car went by? He was chasing us through town. Just right up here, this next drive, and turned into the right. All right.
Hell, he's got warrants on him. Hell.
The hell is taking him so long, man?
It's nerve-wracking.
Jerry's dealing with a thug that stole from us. I'm hoping and praying Jerry comes back with the steel unscathed. Crackhead will do anything
I'm
for
gonna tell
a
you
fix. By now, he could have damn Jerry tied up to a log or something up there.
I gotta believe that if you push Jerry in the corner, you pushing the bear into a situation where he's coming out of it.
Well, maybe so, and I would hope so. But I've never seen that side of Jerry. But
I don't want to.
you know, if he gets pushed in a corner, I hope he would defend himself.
I think he will. I don't think he's gonna
pretty much anybody would if they pushed in a corner.
Man, the way he's feeling right now, look, man, that man's hurt to the bottom of his stomach behind this right now. The
we
way
all
he's
are.
feeling, the way
This
he's
is every one of
feeling.
our livelihoods, you know?
Yeah, we almost done. If we can't get this still back, that's why I'm glad you're sitting here with me. If we can't get this still back, we pretty much done for the season, man.
My biggest concern right now, screw the steel, dude. My biggest concern right now is I don't want nothing bad to happen to Jerry.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, I know Jerry's mentality, and sometimes his mentality works. It does. But when the going gets tough and something bad needs to happen, I ain't that happen. You know what I mean?
He's gonna be all right. Man, we gotta grab a broom or something, because you're gonna just wear a hole in the ground right there.
That sounds like Jerry. Oh, we got the steel on the truck. Come on back, Jerry. Jerry pulls up, he blows the horn. The steel is on the back of the truck. Jerry's here, he's in one piece, and that's all that matters. Baby. Yes. Got her back, son. I don't know how Jerry and Roger pulled this off without getting into it, but hey, whatever they done, my hat's off to them. Man, what the heck went on over there?
I'm gonna tell you what, you wouldn't believe it if I told you this story. I mean, I couldn't make this stuff up. Got the steel back, the guy decided to chase us down the road. I didn't know if to start shooting at him or start trying to run him off the road. I didn't know what the heck to do.
Oh
But
my
luckily,
God.
he tried running us off the road, and he done it right in front of a cop.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, one of Haywood's finest, son. He seen it, went after it, nailed it right there on the side of the road. They didn't tell him when he's liable to get out. I actually heard that he had a lot of priors, so he may never get out of jail.
Man, when you're dealing with idiots like that, you never know. I'm just glad to see you back here in one down piece.
So the charges he had and the new charges he's got coming, he's headed to prison for a long time, and hopefully for him, he can actually rehab himself. We're back in business now, so let's check this steel out, see if it's damaged in any way, see if we can do any repairs to it. That way we can get it back to the woods.
Let's finish our season out with a bang, put some money in our pocket, and live to shine another day.
Really hope this works. This is a sticky process, right? There is a ton of room for human error. It's like semi-frozen, but not exactly.
Is it supposed to float?
I don't know, because we're figuring this out at the same time here. We basically have staged baths to make this purification work. First, the alcohol with our calcium lactate goes into the sodium alginate bath. We leave it in there long enough to form a thick enough membrane, and then we rinse it in a series of warm, clean water baths to stop that membrane from forming anymore.
Wow, isn't that something?
What do you think? Does that remind you of a laundry pod?
Yeah.
After several tries, we've got quite a few intact pods, right? You can pick it up and hold it.
I'm liking the thicker membrane. If no other reason, the tougher they are, the
easier it is to
transport, for one.
So we have figured out how to encapsulate our cocktails. We have a sphere, and there is an alcohol cocktail inside of that pod.
My goal is to be able to drop that in a mixer or whatever and have it spread the liquor in there.
Oh, that one's not as pretty. That one broke these.
Yeah.
These things are just...
They're like egg yolks. It looks like we're making a slasher movie.
These membranes are kind of durable, but they're also pretty fragile at the same time. They also don't always turn out the perfect spear that we're looking for.
I want to test one and see if it will dissolve and turn into the beautiful concept that I'm pitching to the customer.
It's just a matter now of how pleasant is this experience going to be. Oh, there it goes. Is it dissolved?
I see a little bit.
Yeah, I see it too. Got some blobbiness going on in there.
Yeah, I saw the membrane float by.
Once the foam dissipates, that slimy, gross membrane, it's still hanging on in there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could go with that.
You're not a fan of this, are you?
Not even a little bit. From being a bartender for years, that is just not something that you want to serve to any customer, especially at a high-end party. The texture is really, really unpleasant. It's just really not water soluble. No matter what, you can break it, but there's gonna be that gelatinous blob still. Oh, I hear Mr. Jackson.
You think he could get less stairs? What in the?
Welcome to spherification. I've been doing research and development with Joe now for a little while. Digger had this brilliant idea to put us together to make hazelnut rum. And he's really good at troubleshooting.
To me, that looks like what I would expect with reverse spherification.
Visually, it's just freaking me out.
I don't know why you chose this color. I come up in here and I haven't seen you in how long, and this is how you greet me?
Yeah, I know. When Joe looked at our shine pods, I could tell he was trying not to laugh. Dropping a pod into a drink and having it react is not as feasible as I wish it would have been.
Well, let's think about this. Maybe it was like a cart before the horse scenario where the idea of making a cocktail, dropping it in the glass wasn't the end game. Let's elevate this. What if it's an edible cocktail, an hors d'oeuvre cocktail that somebody comes around instead of a tray of glasses with cocktails in it at a party, you come around and you've got these pretty little pods that people just pop in their mouth.
It's gotta be like appealing, it's gotta be palatable. Joe's impressed that we've managed to make these little encapsulated cocktail spheres. If we can just improve the appearance overall and that texture a little bit, then we might actually have something here.
I feel like if we're gonna elevate this to the place that it needs to be for this customer, we're gonna have to up the game in the actual cocktail itself.
Yeah.
Okay. I got this wine-based spirit that I distilled off recently. It's really good. I added blueberries to it, and
that sounds good.
I've been planning to play around and do a blueberry mojito. So I've got some spirit for us
Is
to
that the
work
bar
with
bag?
to build this cocktail.
Famous bar bag.
I got limes, some mint.
It is a bar bag.
It's literally an entire bar in a bag.
Some blueberries. I got some blueberry simple syrup. So between sweet, mint, blueberry, and lime, you get the acidity, the sugar, a little bit of spiciness.
Yeah.
And then we can balance with our simple syrup.
We could add a whole blueberry too.
You could add, you could add a
That way
whole
it makes
blueberry
something, gives you more texture.
for them to bite into. It'll be encapsulated inside of the pod.
And the mint leaf garnish, I think that looks a lot more appealing.
Blueberry mojito is something that a high-end customer would buy at a really nice restaurant or at a really nice party. It's not corn shine and cherry juice. All right, this will obviously all be strained, but doesn't that look a lot more appealing?
Oh, that smells really good. So in the cocktail is like a garnish of mint and blueberry. I think that's gonna look nice, and it's gonna definitely help with the texture a lot.
Wow.
That's good. Next, all we gotta do is add the calcium lactate to this. So far with Joe's input, I'm feeling a lot better about the edible cocktails. So we're gonna add the calcium lactate to the new cocktail that we have mixed up and freeze it overnight. Hopefully this next batch turns out better than the first one did.
I love that, dude.
Let's go see what the animals have got going on. Bees reaches out and tells us that they've got something to look at in the way of our interactive cocktail / shine pod. Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to your fine dining experience.
I know Joe and Bees are super excited, and I'm happy that they're happy about it, but I really don't know what Mark and Digger are gonna say.
Gotta explain real quick. We made a pivot. We dropped the idea of the dissolvable liquor pod, and we have come up with an edible cocktail.
Kind of made a blueberry mojito. You know, we garnish it on the inside, make it look pretty.
yeah, I mean, look at that little rascal. Look at the little blueberry moving around in there. It's just swimming around like a little tadpole.
Right. It could be little pieces of strawberry. It could be peach.
You just changed the delivery system. Can we have enough of these done for the party?
One person can make 60 of them in an hour.
That's outstanding. We wasn't even sure it could be done.
So now we need you guys to taste this.
All right, guys, here we go. Wow. Outstanding, guys. There ain't a thing in there unpleasant. That cocktail is wonderful. That blueberry is right up front and that little mint hanging out. God bless America. This is a game changer. I'm hooked on these already. I love the idea of having some in the refrigerator and just pull them out and let people reach in with a little plastic pair of tongs or a spoon and get them a cocktail and go eat it. It's just a joy to chew up.
That's exactly how I wanted that cocktail to go.
Outstanding. I think that it'll spread way beyond this cat that he's going to sell to, and I look forward to making a lot of these. I can't tell you enough how happy I am what y'all did.
Good.
You've made me proud to be making liquor again.
They love it. It's a weight released off the three of us.
Outstanding job.
You know, this is the first time I guess I've ever ate a cocktail. It's a delicious cocktail, but most importantly, it's $425 in 1 gallon of liquor.
Can you believe the money we're gonna make off of that?
It was good.
Jerry, feel pretty good about this guy that owns this place?
Well, I don't know him real well, but his family just dates back a long time here in the valley. You know, now that we got our mash working, it's very important that we get out there and we find a barn. You know, we put the word out, we're looking for a place to go. Finally today, had somebody call me.
Damn, that's a nice looking barn up there. You know, we pull into the property. This is a nice place. Let's go check him out. But hey, we never know till we get out and talk to this guy if this thing's gonna work.
How's it going?
How y'all doing?
All right.
Is that the barn you're talking about over there?
That's it. That's the barn.
Man, that's nice.
What are you wanting to do with my building?
The occupation, I'd say, that we're in, the making of bootleg liquor.
Making liquor?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we make a little bit of moonshine. Well, I like to take a drink of shine, definitely. But I don't know how keen I am on risking my farm and barn to let y'all boys run liquor. If y'all want to go take a look at the barn, see if it'll even be worth your time, I'll scratch my head and think about it and see.
We can't ask for no more than that.
Well, hey, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. You know, if I owned a barn, I'd be worried about letting people run shine in my barn. I'd have to, you know, get a feel for these folks and see if they the right kind. Give a look, see. Then maybe I'll let them in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is it right here.
This is what I'm talking about, right?
Look how much room we got in here, and it's solid.
It's awesome.
Man, I love it up here.
We walk up in this loft, it's exactly what we need here. Hey, guys.
Look at that, man.
We can run our hoses right up through here, right into the pot.
We're ready to go. This is a perfect place to set this deal. Well, we got to make a deal with this guy, and we can't act too excited about what we found and what we like.
This is a real big deal for us. If this barn works out, we can hide our steel on the inside under lock and key. Also, by getting in here and starting to run this mash, I can start to pay Mark and Digger.
What y'all boys think?
Probably scrounge around and make it work.
Well, I got a question. I'm taking a lot of risk. It's my barn, my property.
We totally understand that.
What is it going to be worth to y'all to make this deal happen?
I think that we give you a gallon per run. So you know, like this week we may be able to do 1 run. Next week we might get 2 runs off.
Yeah, it won't be consistent all the time.
Sure. All right, guys, I think I'm going to do business with you.
We appreciate you, fella. And remember,
Yes, sir.
you don't know nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about now.
There you go.
This barn could potentially be a lifesaver for our season. All we got to do is get everything over here, fire that steel up, and make some money.
Have a great day, guys.
Talk to you soon. Time to get to work now.
Right. We need to try to get this stuff up there as quick as we can. We don't want nobody seeing what we're putting up in the loft of this damn barn.
Let me grab this gate for you.
We got the steel down the road. We at the barn. All we need to do is get it pushed up in the loft and get it all set up. You know, it's legal to possess steel in the state of North Carolina, but when you put mash with that steel, then your butt's in trouble. That's why we always transport the steel and the mash separately. Well, let's get her set up.
Beautiful.
Nice.
It feels real good to have this steel back in the steel site with us. I mean, usually we think of steel sites, it's in the woods somewhere, but we're gonna run in this barn, secure. You don't need a water source. You can run anywhere with a steel like this.
It's time to start putting our coals on. That is what's gonna condense that good old alcohol, ain't it, guys? You know, our season's not going really well. We got our steel stolen. That put us at a dead halt. But if we can make a good, clear apple pie out of this, promise, this could be a game changer for all of us. It's free. Last one, baby doll. That means a lot of money in mine, Jerry, and Richard's pocket.
I'll tell you what, man. We got our back together, and we're damn fortunate to have a good place to do it in.
Part I'm worried about
Yeah?
is getting that mash over here safe and sound.
Got the steel set up. Now let's check this mash.
I hope she's ready to rock and roll. We've already got our steel set up in the barn. Now all we got to do is get our mash over there and get it pumped over.
Look at that.
Whew, it looks good, don't it?
Oh, that's got alcohol in it. Mash tastes really good. This is apple pie wine. Who would have thought? something that somebody threw away. One man's trash is another man's treasure. That lets me know we're gonna be making some money in a little while.
All right, guys, it's time to load up and head that way. We've got the mash, it's ready to go. It's strapped down. It's disguised. I'm happy with it, but we still got to transport it from A to B to where the steel is at the barn. We get that to that steel site, get it pumped over, then I'm convinced and happy because we'll be making money.
Guys, we are fixing to hit home, sweet home.
I tell you what, son, we turn off the blacktop to where the gravel meets the road. It's the home stretch now. And if we can just get backed up and unload this trailer, oh my, could be just fine.
Well, guys,
we got it
we
ready,
done
brother.
it. All we gotta do is get this thing unstrapped, get our pumps and hoses ready to go.
Get the pumping mash.
And we'll be ready for business.
This is a recipe that we've never made before, an apple pumice that can be an apple pie brandy.
All right, Mike, hit it.
It's really, really important that we can make some money with this run.
All right, buddy, we're gonna switch chambers.
There you go.
I need to get some money in Digger's hands ASAP. These guys need to get some money in their pockets. It's really, really important that this run works.
All right, we're good and full. Come on up.
Fire in the hole.
Woo. I got a hire, too.
Back in business.
Running again.
Guys, you know it's been the first time we've had this thing fired up since we got stolen, so keep an eye on the valves on the bottom and everything.
Yeah, you don't never really know. I mean, something could be there that the eyes can't see. This guy that stole it, you know, he banged it all up. We had to fix the pot, but even to be able to bring it over here, there's no telling what could potentially go wrong.
So now we're gonna have her under lock and key. That makes me feel a lot safer.
You know, they ain't but 1 gallon's got to come off of the top to the barn owner, and then the rest of it goes in our pocket.
Well, I'm glad we are where we are and we're doing what we're doing, and we're all together still.
Guys, we got alcohol. We are running the first run of alcohol since we got the baby back.
We haven't been able to catch a break at all this season.
Get rid of these old heads.
I just want to get some money in my pocket right now. That's a feeling that I miss. If we could make some good shine out of this apple pumice, this is a big-time game changer right here. I mean, we're getting this stuff for free.
I'd definitely get the apple, that's for sure. The clove, nutmegs coming through.
Oh, yeah, the cloves coming through there. It smells awesome.
I can smell that brown sugar.
Smells just like a daggone pipe.
But we're not going to be 100% sure until we taste it.
Taste a little hint of cinnamon in there. I'm gonna tell you what, that nutmeg is not overpowering. You know, nutmeg and cloves take over.
That's what we're looking for.
It tastes awesome. All our spices marry really well.
That ain't nothing but good old clear apple pie right there, fellas.
Finally, we're gonna put money in our pockets.
Guys, these buckets are almost full. We got our landowner taken care of today.
Good to go.
And money in our pockets today.
Exactly.
There's somebody down there fishing. They're on the bank. What the? There's a whole family down there.
That's right there by the still. Them's the type of people that's gonna call the law instant.
Yeah.
We damn sure can't run the risk of the law.
What the hell we gonna do now? My ankle's giving out.
Well, you gotta watch every step.
In Hot Springs, Arkansas, after making a lucrative deal to supply their friend Goonies' underground horse race operation with Prohibition-era moonshine.
$1.20 a gallon wholesale, 15 gallons every 2 weeks.
I can do that.
Double cousins Big Chuck and Joe Boy trek upstream to their still site to fire up their first 15-gallon order.
So we're gonna mash in and keep this show rolling. These are situations.
Hey, look. There's somebody down there fishing. They're on the bank. What the? There's a whole family down there.
That's right there by the still. Them's the type of people that's gonna call the law instant.
Yeah.
We damn sure can't run the risk of the law.
What the hell we gonna do now?
I think what we do is we just get up in a thicket somewhere and just wait it out. We just got a little time to kill.
Wait till dark?
Wait till dark, come out here, get our pots, get our worm, get on out of here. Ain't nobody down there.
No, looks like we all alone now.
All right.
Let's get this done, get on out of here.
It's supposed to be an easy day, man. We're supposed to run down here, mash in, get on out of here. Here we are 5 hours later. We don't know if our still site's been compromised. All we know we gotta do is go in here, get the valuable merchandise, which is the copper, and get on out of here as quick as we can.
Everything's still there. My babies.
We can replace burners and things, but right now I can't afford to place no damn copper. That's just where I'm at.
Yeah.
Let's get this thing out.
Ready. I'm gonna roll that down there.
This right here is really putting a big kink in the plan. And to be honest, I don't really have a game plan at the moment, but I know one thing. We promised Goonie Shakur this Prohibition-style moonshine. That means we gotta have this water, and we can't ever come back here again. All right, here we are, cuz.
All right, cuz. Yeah. Damn, boy, we out in the country, ain't we?
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you. Let's go plead our case.
Yeah.
So if losing your still side ain't bad enough, now we're having to go and face Goonie and tell him that we may not be able to deliver on the date I agreed to deliver to. Goonie!
Man, what's going on, gentlemen?
What's up, baby?
Man,
Doing all right?
how was the drive down?
Man,
Good to see y'all.
So Goonie is well known in this area for these underground horse races where they go around all over the countryside. They ride horses, they dance, they party.
Man, check these horses out.
Oh, yeah, this is my boy Big 60, straight off the track, man.
Man.
Getting ready for Terry, Mississippi, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of gambling going on, and obviously where there's gambling, there's moonshine. So he uses the horse races to distribute all of his moonshine, and here we are at the big headquarters where it all goes down at.
This is my boy CJ right here, my #1 jockey. What's up, boy?
Hey.
What's up, CJ?
Hey, you know we always get into it.
Oh, man.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. Let me see what you're working with. My throat's good.
Couldn't wait to see y'all, man.
I like it.
Oh, man.
Pretty good?
Man, that's fire.
Hey, now.
Hey, y'all come on around, man. Check it out.
All right.
Oh, yeah, you getting it in, huh?
He's down in the woods, man.
Yeah.
Goonie is a very good entrepreneur. When he goes to these horse events, he sells a lot of moonshine. And I can obviously see what he's got going on. It's a pretty cool setup.
I like it. I like what I see. Hell yeah.
Nice little spot.
Duck dog,
Horses,
you ain't gotta worry about
moonshine. That's the life, man.
Hell yeah. Money, 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 money.
Hell yeah. So what's up, man?
All right, so the spot we were at, long story short, we ain't going back to that spot. And with deer season coming on, every spot that we got that we can use, it ain't safe right now. So obviously I'm coming to you right now, not late, but to tell you I'm probably gonna be late.
Man, look, I gotta get to Mississippi in the next week or so. So I don't got a week to wait. But hell, you should have been calling me, because I got a spot we can go to tonight.
Oh, yeah?
And we ain't gotta worry about a damn thing. You ain't gotta worry about nothing, plenty of places to hide.
Well, we didn't want to have to haul water, but if that's what we got to do, that's
Dang right.
to be
At
inside.
this point right now, yeah.
This Prohibition moonshine doesn't exist if we don't have the right water for it. So therefore, we're back to the drawing board of hauling water. We didn't want to do that to begin with. But my only con is I got to haul water. That's not a bad deal. You give me the location, we'll go check the spot out.
All right.
We'll bring you some liquor.
We're gonna make it work.
I'll be damned.
I never thought I'd be back at this place.
In Clark County, Arkansas, after following directions from their buyer to an unoccupied building to run their Prohibition-era shine,
Whole lot of first in here, cuz.
double cousins Big Chuck and Joe Boy approach a familiar local landmark.
The damn middle school.
I got my right there in that room.
That's the principal's office.
Yes, that's the principal's office.
Hey, I got my first paddling in there too. Down here in Arkansas, if you come in certain neighborhoods, you gotta check in with the leader of that neighborhood. Goonie just so happens to be one of those guys. So if he guarantees you safety, you're safe. So as long as we got that safety and protection, we can get in here and get to work, and we ain't gotta worry about nothing but making liquor. Oh, wow. This looks like a damn scene out of a horror movie is what it looks like to me. There's a lot of challenges coming in this place that's setting up our seal site. In order to make this Prohibition-style moonshine, I gotta have that water out of that creek. So it means we're gonna have to haul water. But we could sit up here and set up shop and run all seasons. We ain't gotta worry about the weather. I mean, this sounds like a game changer to me. And Goonie didn't lie when he said it was so raggedy damn place.
Guys, look.
Don't be over there stirring up everything. Yeah.
Look at all this. All this lead paint and all this asbestos will make us sick.
And I know one thing for sure. I don't want all this getting in our liquor. What about this? What if you build us a little isolation chamber in here? Maybe rig up a little old window unit or something in there and pop it in there so it's blowing fresh air in there?
Yeah.
In order to not have to worry about all that stuff getting into our liquor, we're gonna have to build this protection layer kind of around it.
Right here to right there. Perfect. That's about 12 foot by 20. I'm all about that.
So it's gonna be a lot of work to set up shop here, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the long run because once we get up in here and we get established, we'll be able to just constantly be pumping liquor and making money, and that's the name of the game.
Sounds like a plan to me, cuz.
We got us a spot, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, well, let me go first this time because it's a lot scarier when you're on the back end and you know something might reach up there and kiss you on the neck.
Every trip up there, this guy's asked me if we can come up with some 140 proof liquor. He's under the understanding that if he goes with 100 proof liquor to soak his cherries, the cherries won't be 100 proof because they've already got their juices and stuff
He's
in
right. If you use 100 proof liquor, by the time the cherries absorb their alcohol and everything and the juice waters it down, you eat a cherry and you're eating about a 60 proof cherry.
I told him I didn't know if you guys wanted to do it. He has told me he'll pay us 140 bucks a gallon. He's wanting to do 100 gallons at a pop.
Oh, hell. It would take us down 20 runs to get 100 gallons. You know, every run you do, you get a certain amount of your liquor that's going to be 140 proof. But then, you know, it progressively goes downhill in proof. But this guy's requesting a lot of it. We don't have the capability with the equipment we have to make that much of it. Column stills up the proof, but it strips the flavor.
He's loving that corn flavor there.
I've got an idea. If you took a worm like this, and you took a thump keg like this, cut you in and set that dude right down in there. Put you a little hole where you could run this out the top and this in the bottom, putting cold water in here. Your post here is going to take the steam all the way down, ain't it? And as it comes up, it'd condense on every one of them. This customer wanting what he wants, being the customer that he is, I think we owe it to him to try.
Y'all get started on that. Me and Bees get started on running mash.
Is there something we can tweak the mash?
We can sugar it up a little more and use a little more grain in it, up the ABV. We got to do everything we do to try to stretch that 140 north hole a little bit longer.
Right. Our goal is, and for it to be profitable, we want to pull off as much 140 proof as we can on the first run. I don't care. Let's see if we can modify this.
So as it stands now, Kelly and Mark are going to go work on the thump keg, and me and Bees will stay behind. We'll build us a little fortified mash. We got to also boost that ABV in this mash too, not just the end run. All right, let's light. This is not unlike any of our mashes other than we'll probably use a little extra corn just to bolster that flavor. It's paramount that we get our corn ground up to the right consistency. A good heavy grit is what you want your corn to be at. Bees, this is quite a bit more sugar than usual.
Yeah, it is.
Instead of 6, we're putting 9 in. Extra 25 per 50 weight. We'll extra sugar it. That way we got a little higher ABV in the mash, and that should bring us more liquor to the table. Yeah, chase that sugar around in the corners, make sure it all gets melted. Bees, I'll man that, and you pour some grain in. We'll take this from 12 to 14 ABV mash, probably up to somewhere 18, 19% ABV. Time to get the party started. The reason I'm putting extra yeast, I want it to get started early. It'll do as much damage as it can before it cools down too much that the yeast slow down.
Gotcha.
So, about 1.5 pounds of yeast, it'll take off like a rocket. Well, Bees stirred it will. It's living in the world it wants to live in, full of sugars.
Plenty to eat.
It's going to be farting out CO2 and pissing out that high-proof alcohol.
You know, Bees has got this order from a really, really good client, and he wants 140 proof corn liquor. I mean, my whole thought on the whole thing was to try to do something that we already kind of had built so we didn't have to go into a bunch of... Well, I understand that, but I'm saying if we try to put this in it and screw it up, then we don't even have a functioning pump keg anymore. To get a lot of high proof liquor, you really need a column still, and that in essence strips all your flavor. We need column steel effects, but we need to retain the flavor that he wants. That's what we got to try to shoot for. I think it'll be our advantage if we can get this to work, because the 140 proof liquor, you know, it comes at a much higher price point than 100 proof does. You're way more help than Digger when it comes to building something. We're building it with 2 chambers and 4 pipes. The alcohol vapor coming into the thump keg is actually going to pass by 8 cold water pipes. As it rises from the first chamber, it'll pass 4 of them. Then it goes over and all the way down to the bottom of the second chamber and rises again. The remaining steam, which should be the purest alcohol, goes on to the condenser. I'll tell you what worries me more than anything is with it doing a double thump keg, and then we add this water to it to cool everything, that we put so much back pressure on the pot we blow the cap off. The only way that it'll do that, I think, Kelly, is if we let this thump juice build up too high. We'll have to drain it pretty often, because once it comes up past the escape routes for the steam, it might create too much back pressure and cause the still to pop the cap. I don't think it's that big of an issue. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I bet you if it works like we think it ought to, everybody else will be trying to build one before you know it. That's okay.
There you go. This run of mash, it's ready to go. So we've got to have this thump keg working. This liquor is supposed to be 140 proof and have plenty of corn flavor. We got a hose in the...
We got to get that hose out there.
It's called the mash done.
This should not strip the flavor as does a column steel. Now that's the plan. To whether it actually does it, well, hell, we ain't got a clue yet. That's why we're here. All right, Kelly, let's get her lit. Let's see if that thumper's going to work or not. Let's crank this on some water. Okay. Now, I'll tell you, I know we've got a whole lot of weight on that cap and everything, but I think it'll back pressure it. That's what worries me, is blowing that cap off. You know, this whole thing is a new deal to us. We understand how much back pressure that your pot builds up, so we may back pressure ourselves right out of the building. Well, since we've got that bottom cut up about yay high, just drain it down enough to keep it and see where it's at. You know, just to be on the safe side, we put a drain in the bottom of it, so we'll keep an eye on it. Feel like it's getting closer? Yeah, damn hell yeah, it's getting closer. If it functions like we hope it will, I'm gonna love it. It's trying to spit a little, ain't it? Well, looky here, boys.
Yonder she comes.
I want to see the proof. Ready to throw these heads out?
I got it.
The smell coming out of this worm spout, it's promising. So hopefully the corn flavor's still there, but most importantly, see what her proof's at. Whoop it up. It's gonna be high. Yeah. I hope it's 170 or so. Oh, hell, far. Digger does the shake test on it. It's got these big frog eye bubbles on it. They glare at you real bright, then they disappear immediately. That's what you want. We don't know exactly the proof yet, but we're gonna find out. 168, look. Outstanding.
We give her a look-see, test the proof on it. There we go, 168.
Can y'all damn believe it? We're going to meet somebody for an order and they snow all over the damn ground? Whoa, son, God almighty.
What's wrong with you over there?
Damn, I thought you was going off the bank.
In Haywood County, North Carolina, while an early snowfall forces most backwoods shiners to pack it in for the winter, partners Mike, Jerry, and Richard are on their way to close a deal on an order they will run at their new barn still site.
I hope this guy that we're going to see right now, I hope he's looking for more than a couple of quarts of liquor.
Yeah. The hopes would be that several gallons at least. So today I got a call from a friend of mine. He's a contractor here in the valley, and he works with a lot of high-end people. Said he could potentially have a good order for us. I think this is him here.
Is this our guy?
Yep.
You know, usually at this time of the year, most moonshiners, they get a call for an order like this, they wouldn't even take it. But us, we've got to take this call. We've had money come out of our pocket for a bunch of copper. We've had to pay this henchman guy that we didn't need to be paying. We've got our steel stolen.
Morning, fellas.
Good
What's
morning.
going on, buddy?
That's why we're out here freezing our off, trying to make a living.
What you got on your mind? What you looking for?
I build houses around here, and I've got some really good high-end customers that treat me right. I'm looking for something they're going to be able to drink, and it's just going to warm that body up on these snowy days.
You're looking for probably just a good winter rum. Something you know that you are drinking, but not going to knock you flat on your tail.
Yes, sir,
We
exactly.
got that.
Yeah,
we can make that
do that.
happen. How much do you want?
I need about 14 gallons. Is that something you guys can handle?
Oh, we could definitely handle that.
What's this going to cost me?
Well, just seeing it to be in a special order, you're looking at about $110 a gallon.
Let's do it.
All right.
Jerry,
Thank you, Jim.
you got a deal.
This order, that's confirmed. That's the easy part. But, you know, it's hard to split money 3 different ways. So we'll make a much bigger batch of this shine to continue selling. The challenging part is Mother Nature. But if we can figure out a way to make mash work off in these elements, we're going to make some money. Tell you what, guys, we're going to make it happen. That's for sure.
Boy, it's nice being at a steel site. You know the steel's gonna be there when you get back.
We got to order 14 gallons of our winter rum before fill. So we're going to mash in about 6 barrels to make about 45 gallons. You know, we've had a rough season, nothing but total chaos. The henchmen are still getting stole, having to split our money 3 different ways. We've got a lot of money to make up for all the setbacks that we've been through this year.
See, this end will disconnect here, and that'll go to our water pump, and that'll go into the other barrel.
Exactly.
So let's go from here with this on the bottom.
Before we mash in, we got to get our heating system all hooked up so our mash can work off.
Hold my side. All right. And I'll return all to your side.
One of the most important things we've got to worry about today hanging this solar heater is we've got to make sure we've got the most sun exposure that we can get throughout the whole entire day. So we've got to find our east to west daytime exposure and kind of put it right in the middle.
All right, you ready to hang this solar panel?
I am.
So we decided, you know, to hang our solar panel and our water heater manifold on the very corner of our barn, really, really close to our actual holding tank. The shorter all of our water lines can be, the less time it will take for our water to cool off as it's circulating back.
Here's our 60-40 alcohol mix.
You know, the next thing we got to do is get this thing charged with our antifreeze. As that radiator rises up in temperature, a pump on the inside is going to kick on, circulate a little bit of that fluid into our water barrel. As that water barrel starts to heat up, our pump on the inside is going to be circulating that warm water through each one of our mash barrels. Well, now all we got to do is get our water barrel filled up.
There we go. We got water, Richard. You know, step 1 is done and took care of. We got the solar panel, the mash barrels, all the coal set in place. It's ready to rock and roll. All we got to do now is get her mashed in.
We got 6 buckets of brown sugar. We got 6 buckets of maple syrup.
That's what we got to have. Fire in the hole. There we go.
There we go.
Now, to make this winter rum mash, we're gonna put a 5-gallon bucket of maple syrup in each barrel.
Look at there, look at there.
A 5-gallon bucket full of brown sugar.
You smell that?
It smells good, buddy. And then we'll fill a bucket of hot boiling water with some clove and cinnamon to go along.
Oh my God, that smells so good.
With that cinnamon punch, you're gonna automatically think, oh heck, this is fixing to be hot. But then it just settles down and you've got a good, comfortable drink.
That heater going in there.
Yes, indeed. Got to keep her warm, won't it, baby? We still got 5 more barrels left to mash in.
My good old blankets there.
Yeah. But at the end, this sale here is only $500 damn a piece. So, I mean, come on, man. This is going to be a long night. This is the day we all been waiting for, brother. Holy moly.
I would say that's about done.
That liquid is 75 degrees, every bit of it or warmer. We walk up to the mash barrels, they're warm.
I can about take a bath in there too.
You ain't lying. It smells like pancakes is cooking up in this barn. There's the damn alcohol in there, baby. Woo!
The mash is worked off, the solar panel done great. For what little bit of time and money it costed us to actually get that system up and going, it has been well beneficial.
We need to get this pumped over and get it fired up. I'm ready to take some liquid Benjamins, baby.
Let's grab a pump and get started on it.
Let's do it.
So first things first, we got Richard over there at barrel 1. Me and Jerry's over here at the pot.
Whew, I'll tell you what, that's smelling good.
I'm going to the second barrel.
All right, let me have it.
I'm gonna start pumping these barrels out, getting them over to the still. I'm gonna make sure that we got 100 gallons in the pot exactly every time.
All right, fire in the hole.
Ready?
There we go.
I can smell it already.
One more side. There we go.
Nice.
That's money. The main most important thing is, after all the trials and tribulations and the blood, sweat, and tears we've been through, guys, we're standing right here as a team. Last year, we hated each other.
As bad as this season was, we all still here. So we gotta run this still 3 times. We gotta make sure that we get every drop of liquor we can out of this thing. We gotta fill up 12 buckets.
Looky here, we got alcohol. Hey, we dripping all the way up to the top. Money.
Tell you what, we get these 12 buckets filled up, I'll be much happier.
All right, guys, y'all wake me up when it's finished, all right? That was a lot quicker than I anticipated, so that tells me we got some dang good mash that's over in that pot. Guys, we got a couple of full jars here.
Watch a full jar.
It smells good, don't it, buddy?
Taste it, you ain't sharing.
I'm fixing to taste it. That's good right there, guys. Damn. That's brown sugar all the way with some maple in it. The first thing we can smell is that maple syrup coming from that jar. And on that backside, just like the mash, you get that cinnamon burn.
I'm gonna tell you what, time we get this tempered down to a lower proof, man, that's gonna be spot on. That cinnamon, I got a good dry aftertaste from it.
Yeah, boy, it's gonna be right, ain't it?
That maple flavor is there. The cinnamon, I can taste it. All right, Richard, get the barrel 3 on. We knocked it out of the park. All right,
We're about full here.
Yeah, we're pretty close to the top here. Go ahead and shut her down.
All right.
I've got to do something. I've really got to make this sale happen.
In Franklin County, Virginia, after being forced to close down and restaff his restaurant, Tickle is determined to sell the moonshine he made to raise the funds to reopen.
We wound up making this apple and carrot brandy, and we were really hoping to get top dollar for this stuff. You know, it's the middle of winter. Brandies are not around. And I set up a sale with this guy, but the sale got blown.
Listen, man, we've been here, what, 10 minutes? I don't want to sit here any longer. That's a damn law, man. Maybe I should have been here to stop that.
So I talked to this guy again, and he's like, if you can bring it to my bar, I'm still willing to buy this from you. Where he told me to come, it's right over here. Oh my God. He didn't tell me his place of business was right beside the police department. They're everywhere. They're like fleas on a dough. This is either the dumbest sale I've ever made or the most genius. Look, well, we finally get to meet up, huh?
Indeed.
Is there a place we can talk a little more private?
Let's go out back.
All right, sounds good. Some place you got here. I swear, I believe I actually parked between 2 police cars, and I got Shine out there in the truck.
I gotta be honest with you. Trying to do a deal with you guys and get some product is, I didn't expect it to be this tough.
He's upset with us. He's the one that didn't show up there. He was late.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, just because of everything I've been through, what it's gonna take to make this happen is $90 a gallon.
90 a gallon? I've really got to get top price for this brandy because my back's against the wall right here with my restaurant. If I don't get the cash money to open this place back up, Carol and I, we're sunk.
It's gonna take $90, Tiff.
So you're 90 or nothing,
90
huh?
or nothing.
Well, looks like you get nothing is what it looks like. All right. All right.
A lot of people could do it.
Being as we couldn't get rid of this liquor, Harry said he's gonna have a lot of people here that are looking to buy some moonshine.
Wow.
There's an actual wrestling match going on. I mean, ring set up, everything.
That's a man right there.
That's a man right there. Stands out a little bit, huh? Perry and Henry go way back. So instead of Perry buying this from us wholesale, he's gonna let us sell to the customers for top price and hopefully give me the money that I need to open the doors back up on mine and my wife's restaurant.
I got a place, a loading dock where we can pull around back and unload it.
Yeah, I got it back there in the back right now.
All right, that's where you need to be anyway.
All right.
All right.
To be honest, I'm a little nervous to see how this is going to turn out. I'm skeptical coming up here trying to sell this shine right here at a public event like this, especially right here where we're at. They say hiding in plain sight is the way to go.
We're gonna unload the stuff at right here.
Right in here.
But needless to say, this could go down, and it could go down in a bad way real fast.
Nothing's wrong with it.
It's been a long drive up here. I need to get top dollar for this brandy. I don't have the money I need to open my restaurant. I've got to make it now. I've been trying to sell this brandy twice, and it hadn't worked out. I've got to get the money from this sale. Our plan is, being as we don't know these buyers, Perry is going to let them know to go with Henry.
Come on over here, we can talk.
Henry's going to bring them to a back room where Josh and I are located. We got some good brandy right here, $1.25 a gallon.
Yeah, 6 gallons.
About 6 gallons? All right, at $1.25 a gallon, that's it's about 750 bucks. You good for that?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Perry, things going great, man. Going real good.
Just wait right in here, and I'll be right back. I got what you after right here. Introduce you to somebody.
How's it going here, boss man? All right, look, how many gallons you want? What you can get in there?
What I get in here?
That looks like 4. We'll see what we can do.
Hey, buddy. I got something for you. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Got something for you. Come on.
You know, it's been a great day today, but the best part of it all is we made a lot of money, and it's gonna really help my buddy Tickle out.
I'll tell you what, if that don't say there's enough money right yonder, I don't guess nothing does. I've got the money that I need to open the doors back on my restaurant. I appreciate y'all doing this for me.
That's what family's for. Brothers are for, buddies are for,
100%.
whatever.
And not to mention, we got to see a little bit of good wrestling.
It was all I could do. I could jump in there and jump on the dude myself. God, just smash some out of somebody.
Is this y'all's first time here? It is. Well, I've got some guests. My tables aren't full. I've got to find a way to get people into this restaurant so this restaurant can start making money. Did you see the burger challenge on there? To get people in the door, you've got to have some sort of attraction. Well, we have the Tickles Burger Challenge. So I hear somebody here is going to do the burger challenge. It's the big guy. That's kind of what I was thinking. Let me size you up here. Let's see what you got going on. Well, how we doing? Put her there. Hey, be careful with that bear claw there. All right. All right, so you reckon you're up for it. Thank you for being the very first person to take the Tickles Burger Challenge. The 2 burgers. Doesn't sound like much, right? Anybody can eat 2 hamburgers. Well, each hamburger contains 10 quarter-pound hamburgers. That is 5 pounds of hamburger. That's a lot of hamburger right there. We've also got a great big basket of bacon cheese fries and a great big bowl of loaded baked beans. And to wash it all down with, you've got a 32-ounce milkshake. That's a whole quart right there. The rules for this burger challenge are simple. You've got 1 hour to eat everything. If you win this burger challenge, you get to eat all this food for free. And also, you get your picture on my wall of champions. But you have to swallow it all. We have got the first person to accept the Tickles Burger Challenge. I'm going live because I've got to do everything I can to cause a buzz, to draw attention to the Tickles Table restaurant. You got 180 people right now rooting you on. There's a lot of people watching. I'm also seeing shares go through the roof. This is really creating a stir. This right here is exactly what the Tickles Table needs. He's done slowed down a little bit, but I believe in him. He's got this. How many pounds is that meal? All right.
That was it.
That was it?
Let's go look us over a spot, y'all, too. There we go. It looks kind of pretty right here.
I tell you what, Puss, Been a minute since me and you got together to make another run of liquor, ain't it?
Me and Mark are back to my old farm here. I've got a good limestone spring on it.
Right in here.
It's
Just
be
mash
an
it in.
outstanding spot.
We've got our ingredients. We're going to mash in this all-grain legacy whiskey that we're going to make.
It's a known fact that limestone water makes the best liquor on the planet. If you'll turn some gas on, I'll baby light that fire.
Okay. Oh, that looks good. Let me ask you. Hell fire, Puss.
What?
We've got a fire going
Well,
here.
hell, you're a fireman.
Well, heck, I've taught you.
I always hit the base of the fire.
Don't put the burner out.
No, don't put the burner out.
We didn't really think about cleaning this stuff away from it, did we?
Well, I didn't worry about it. I knowed you was a fireman and you could handle a fire. And look what happened.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I think we got an ample supply of water.
We do.
That'll be boiling hot time we get our corn ground. Everything we put in our liquor, we source right here in our state of Tennessee. We do go to great extent to find the best corn.
I'll let you adjust the grind the way you like it. Digger likes what he calls a coarse grit grain.
Let her go see what she do. When it comes to corn, especially because corn has so much sugar, if you get it too fine, it'll clump up and you got a corn cake. If it's too thick, you can't cook all the carbs out of it. You have to pay attention to your grind or you're not going to get good flavor out of your grain. Then we move on to that malted barley.
You know, by cooking this corn longer and at a hotter temperature, this is part of the game changer that's going to create this legacy whiskey. We want to cook out the starches. The more of them that you cook out, the more fermentable goodie that you get out of the corn that creates sugar. And then that gives the yeast something to enjoy and turn into alcohol. Ain't it been good out here? It's just me and you like the old days.
I'll be honest with you, I feel a tiny bit kind of revitalized. You know, Mark and I, we've made a lot of liquor out of a lot of different things. But we've come to realize now with this recipe, simpler is better. That's cooking it. Look how thick it's getting now.
Yeah, I know it.
So we've eliminated the sugar. We're back to all grain, and that gives us more flavor. It's the purest form of liquor, and it's the way our predecessors started this craft.
Well, come on, let's grind that barley.
Let's grind us some barley.
Get that out there.
Oh, well, I was just going to leave it there.
I know you was, but I can't stand that. You know, I'm a little bit
OCD.
Just a tiny bit. I can't
Just
help
around
it.
the edges. Does that suit you where it's laying right there?
Go to hell.
It ain't running the wrong direction or nothing, is it?
Boy, it smells good, Puss.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah. Mountain Legacy corn whiskey. You know, Old Digger and I, we're really excited today. We're down here, we're checking the mash for the all-grain Legacy whiskey. I'm telling you one thing, there's some damn alcohol in it, too.
It's got plenty of alcohol. Hell, it's loaded up.
I love it. I love it.
If we get what we're looking for out of this legacy liquor, this will secure me and Mark a seat at the table with the greats of this craft. Woo! You know, it's going on, God, over a year that me and Mark built a mash, just me and Mark. And honest to Pete, I'd rather never make another run of liquor again than have to make a run of liquor without my best friend, Mark Wayne Ramsey. We gonna charge that thump keg with anything or just let it run?
We can put a little of that mash in if you want to.
Can't hurt.
No. Let me get us a bucket full. On these bottom-fired steel pots, we can't take the chance of scorching a grain, so we just put some grain and a little bit of the liquid mash in the thump keg.
That's what we're looking for.
That's what we want. And just infuse it so all the steam that comes over from the pot going into the thump keg, it'll pick up the grain notes even more.
Yeah, that'd be plenty right there, and there's plenty of grain in there.
Yeah, we want to give this every chance in the world to be the best corn whiskey that's ever been.
I just have to tell you, my heart's beating in my chest. I can't wait to run this liquor. Whoop, we got a little drip.
Here we go.
It's heating up. It starts running off a little bit. We've pitched just a little bit of heads. There's the first of it a-coming. Hot dog, here we come. Mountain Legacy Corn Whiskey.
Yeah, boy. You know, Puss, one of these days, years from now, I hope there's some really, really good up-and-coming young distillers out there. And, you know, I hope we've influenced them the way some of the old timers influenced me and you.
Yeah.
You know, one of the funniest fellas we ever got to have any dealings with was Jim Tom.
I'm pretty good on this rye whiskey.
Oh, I know, you're the best. We're fortunate enough back in the day, we saved us up some Jim Tom rye, and we have some popcorn Sutton corn liquor put up.
How about that?
You know, occasionally, we'll twist the lid off of one of the jars, and just the smelling and the tasting of it, it brings back a memory of each of those fellas.
Watch it. Whiskey, 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 come on out. I'm a craving whiskey with my spout. I'm going to drink a drink and sit right down. Imagine I'm in Texas with my gal.
You know, I feel in my heart that Jim Tom Hedrick's legacy is rye whiskey.
Yeah.
You could open a jar of Jim Tom's rye whiskey, or you could open somebody else's jar of rye whiskey, and you could immediately pick out Jim Tom.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like we've done here with this whiskey.
Yeah.
He used plenty of grain. He used a lot of rye.
Yeah.
Maybe me and Old Edgar will be spoken in the same heartfelt kindness as Jim Tom and Popcorn, you know, and some of the others from our era, you know. That's the best we can hope for. We've got damn near 2 gallons of liquor. I'm a-saying this ought to be dead in the hearts.
Well, I'm going to give you the benefit of the first taste. I tell you, I just ain't got no words for this. I mean, there's corn, and there's that bread note that barley brings in. Then it finishes corn again, but it's so sweet on the finish.
It's not pretentious. It's not trying to be something that it's not. It's just Appalachia in a jar, the best you can get it. This truly, truly is our legacy.
All I can think about is calling every team we've got working right now, tell them to meet us, and we're fixing to grind up all the white corn and the malted barley we can get our hands on, and they go to producing this.
Wouldn't it be sad to limit it to just a select group? If it's this good, you want to share good stuff with good people. Let's go call the guys.
My hope and dream is that people that drink this, I want them to want the next step of it, because my plan is to ramp up production and barrel up as much of it as we can, and we're hoping that it'll be some of the best bourbon it's ever been and be able to compete with these $1,500, $2,000 jars of liquor. Hattie boy, I feel like I've run my first run of liquor all over again.
Kind of like the first time you kissed a girl.
I believe it's a little better than that.